Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot. You think that of me? No, I am the one who knocks.
All right. Hey, that was a quick little intro, guys. I hope you guys like that, man. Skyler is a badass man. That's the man I would not open the door for.
All right.
Especially when especially when if you want to kick it in or want to shoot you. But anyway, hey guys, welcome to this very, very special and unique podcast. I've been putting up this podcast for almost 2 or 3 months now, probably a lot longer than that. But I want to thank everybody who's attending tonight. I really appreciate you guys coming out of your time, your busy schedule, to sit down and talk with us, and just show some brotherhood, pair unity here, man. And I also like to thank everybody that are out on social media tonight, all the different platforms that we're on. I'm gonna see if I can call them out right now. All you guys that are on Kick, Rumble, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, my personal Facebook page, and my podcast page. Hey, thanks all you guys for joining us this evening. But hey, I'm eager to get this party started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all you guys introduce yourselves and tell the world a little bit about you. Starting with Sean Elliott Jr. Talk to me, brother.
All right. I'm Sean. We're from Virginia, from the South. Our team has probably been formed for about a little over a year now, but I've been investigating a little over 20 years. Our lead investigator, Courtney, she's been doing it about 15 years, and my daughter's involved. She's been doing it about 9 years now. And, we're a small team. We got a couple other members. We got Chuck, Carey, Chad. I think that's about it. Small team. And we're in it for the research and more of the scientific side of it than anything. I believe you can't have paranormal without science. If you try to argue and say you don't, I'm going to stop talking about it at that point. That's just me, though. I believe everybody's opinion is accurate, in my opinion, because none of us know anything about paranormal, honestly. I believe if you have all the answers, and once I have all the answers, I believe that'd be the day I stop doing it. So that's really why I'm in it, because I don't know anything about it. 20 years of investigating, I honestly don't have any answers. I have theory, I have opinions. That's about it. So that's why I do it.
Okay. Yeah, Sean, I'm gonna come back at you with that comment you just made. So,
come on,
definitely, I'm definitely gonna come back at you with that comment you just made. All right, what's up, Big T? Big T from Florida. Introduce yourself, brother.
Yo, what up? Yeah, I'm Terry Harmon, T Paranormal. Uh, Man, I started investigating. It was like in 07, 08. Yeah, I used to watch Ghost Hunters religiously, and then we actually had something happen where we saw a little girl in Staten Island, New York, just appear, and I was hooked. So I've been investigating on and off. I used to be on the team. Been rolling all by myself. Got a podcast called Paranormal Musings podcast, which I do with one of the guys from the old team, and Yeah, man, I do it just, I want to know, I want to know what's going on. I had some experience early in my life. One when I was a kid, and then that experience in Staten Island, and I just want to know. Um, and Terry, we talked before, like you had asked me like if somebody told you the secrets or whatever, what would you do? And me, I want to keep going because I think maybe there's other experiences out there I don't know about, and I agree with Sean. Like we don't know, we don't know. Like we think we know. We play with these little gadgets and stuff, but they're man made and all that. We don't know nothing, which is exciting to me. Um, I don't say that as to put anybody down. We don't know anything, which is great to me. It's like we keep investigating, we keep exploring. Um, and I just want to say, like, I think this is the most, this is the most brothers or what anybody that looks like us that I've seen in this. Because before I met Terry on a podcast, I ain't never. Well, I can't say that. The Ghost Brothers, they were on TV, but the first people I've talked to is y'all, and man, that's awesome. I'm excited, and I'm from Maryland, so if I ever find myself in the VA, I'm gonna have to look up Sean.
Come
So,
on.
you
We
know,
welcome you.
All right,
and,
all
and,
right, all right.
you
I,
come
I,
up there, man. I'm from Ocean City, Maryland, so we come
We're
up there.
not far.
About that blue crab. I know y'all got it too. This is Chesapeake.
all right, all right. Well, hey, appreciate you, Mr. William. Introduce yourself, brother.
All right, I'm William. I'm with Urban Paranormal Experience. We're here in Chicago. Uh, I've been personally investigating probably, I don't know, it's 20, 25 years or more that I've been investigating or interested in the paranormal. Our group's been together probably, I think we're going on 15 years now. Consistent, the main core is myself and my brother who should be on it right now. I don't know where he is, but he may log on a little bit later. We got a rotating group of a couple of more members. We got a spiritualist that we work with, Ursula Kalen. I don't know if she's going to be on here or not. Uh, but yeah, we're in Chicago, so we do a lot of investigations in the Midwest, Illinois, Wisconsin. We do some investigations in Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan. In addition to doing paranormal investigations, I've also done some. I've also put on some events where we do overnight investigations and invite people who might have an interest to come along and do some investigations. We have some pretty good receptions with that. We try to keep. There's a lot of different organizations that do that out here. Some do it mainly for profit, but I try to do that more for educational purposes and keep the fees for such a thing really low. I don't think they should be like going to a concert and seeing, like when Prince was alive, you paid $200 a ticket and all that sort of
Woo!
stuff. But
Preach.
we've done that a lot and had some great success. Been up in Michigan and done that a couple of times there, and also up in Wisconsin. So if you guys ever come out to the Midwest, definitely let us know. We'll get you out to some places, even some public places like Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, where we go quite a bit. We used to do a paranormal one-on-one thing out there since it's a public area. And Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, you may or may not know, it's in the Midwest, but it's allegedly. I mean, everybody says they're the most haunted in the states or whatever, but it's supposed to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in the U.S. And
Hmm.
we invite people out there. We do a little paranormal 101. We have them come out there, and it's open, it's free, and we bring equipment and we let them play around with it and experience what they might experience. And a lot of times, people see things that might be a little bit not easily explained, and they might gain an interest. So that's we're in it more for the education purposes as well as research and trying to find out what's going on, like you guys are.
Okay. Well, hey man, like I said before, appreciate you guys joining me on this Saturday. I know you guys could be doing other things besides hanging out with me, but hey, I'm interested to pick all of you guys' brains on with some of these questions that I have to ask you guys in this summit. Feel free to be open, and if you guys feel like you disagree, then beyond means, dude. I love to hear what you have to say. The only thing I say is, as brothers, let's keep it respectful, no cussing, and let's just have fun. Let's make sure this is educational, not just for us, but for everybody that's listening and watching. You know what I'm saying? But the first question of today is, and this is for the whole panel, is I don't know if you guys ever seen that new movie that's coming out, The Lady in the Yard. Have you guys seen the preview to that yet?
Mm-mm.
No, I haven't
No,
seen that. Uh-uh.
I'm about to
Ap-
look it up though.
Yeah, apparently this and my biggest concern is we have black.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I have seen that preview. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
I,
okay, guys. So I am not being hypocritical. I'm not being any of that. But to me, it seems like Hollywood is not allowing us to. How can I say this without being, b- being disrespectful?
Go ahead and disrespect, brother.
They're not looking into our, they're not looking into our culture. It seems like if there's a black movie, there's not a black director directing it. So a black director is going to look into the history of something that down the line. A white director is not going to do that. He just go by hearsay and they're just going to produce the film. I think a black director will put a little bit more thought into it, and I think they will put a little more educational purposes into it. Uh, Now, don't get me wrong; this movie has not came out, but I have an idea on what it's about. So, if you guys get a chance to see the preview, or if you've seen the preview of the movie, tell me what you think about it.
You know, I,
So
I
I go ahead, go ahead.
well, I was just saying I remember seeing the preview. I only saw it once, and I think the
Yep.
director, it's a major director. It's a black director, right? Is it? Um, who's it? I can't remember who's directing it, but it's a major black director, and it looks very well made, and it looks like it'll be a good story. I'm interested in going to see it.
Mm.
But yeah, yeah, that's about all I can recall.
But
Yeah.
the
So
thing, go ahead.
I, I didn't see the preview, but I saw something on it, and as soon as I opened that up, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this." And I didn't know. I don't know who the director is. But if the director's not black, there's somebody there they may be talking to. Um, because what I didn't know is, and the big surprise was the lady out in the yard was a black lady,
Mhm.
and I was like, "What is going on here?" And somebody involved is, I guess, giving them information or whatever. I don't know if this is like a old school, our grandma's, you know, thing, what's going on, because I only saw that one time, uh,
Hmm.
like William was saying, but I forgot all about it because 'cause they're not advertising it, that's for sure. They're
And
not
what
advertising it, and when you said it, I was like, "I don't know what he's talking about." As soon as I opened it up, I was like, "I saw this, like, a month or 2 ago." It's like, they are not
and
advertising it, that's for sure.
I've only seen the advertising on YouTube. I mean, I've never seen it on any major networks yet, ABC,
Yeah.
CBS, or anything like that. So I'm just curious to know when they're going to start advertising on major networks for this movie.
If it
You know what
if
I'm
it's
saying?
big if it's big and a lot of people like it, that's the only time they're gonna do that.
Well, just to throw a curveball in there, they did come out with another movie about the black haunting. I think it was somewhere in the Midwest. I can't remember what it was, but it was all black people. It was a true story, and I believe Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah. They're,
actually bought the house and actually did a documentary on it. And that was pretty major. And it was actually a decent movie. I'm not sure.
Um,
I can't remember the name of the movie.
that was the
uh,
Netflix movie. That was about
yeah,
the house in demon house in Gary, Indiana.
yeah, they
Yeah,
he tore it
Yeah,
down or moved it or something like that. So
yeah,
yeah,
they tore it down.
there's some controversy on it though. Um, some of the people involved weren't happy with what he was doing. So
yeah.
there's a little bit
Well,
of controversy on
With
it.
this
I mean,
movie, I
it's
haven't heard about it yet. I took some notes on it
right.
from what y'all were talking about, so
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't comment on what's going on because I don't
that's
watch much
how
TV, so I really don't know. All I watch is YouTube and some of the apps, but I don't know about it. But I will check it out though. I
I
did
think
glance at it on my
it
phone when y'all started talking about it.
it was a
I
little
think
over the it was a little
he was
over the
over the
top.
top.
I think
Yeah,
they the basic story they embellished it a bit for
yeah.
entertainment purposes, but I think Zach Bagans he did a documentary about it as well, but this was
Yeah,
more
Yeah.
theatrical, so it was a little bit over
I
the top. But you know,
I think it was over the top, but I don't I know the Bagans, the Zach Bagans hater. I don't watch any of his stuff. I haven't watched it in forever.
yeah,
I used to watch it for entertainment. Now I don't watch it at all. But I don't think he was too bad. But yeah, it was over the top. It was a Zach Bagans production.
there you
That's what I'll say. But I don't think he was going too crazy on it like he does on the show.
uh-huh.
But he could he wanted to make it look like it was a paranormal documentary, and just watching it, knowing who he is and what he does, I was like, it was actually not too bad. But some of the people involved, they're not happy.
Oh, I
go.
bet.
I
I
mean,
bet.
all Hollywood movies are going to be over the top. I mean, if you go back and look at The Conjuring, for example, and read the true story of The Conjuring, find out that a lot of that stuff is 90% of it's Hollywood. So
Hmm.
any
Oh yeah,
movie we get about a haunting that happened when Hollywood comes is going to,
Yeah.
you read the real story, then you read, you look at the movie, it's going to be way over the top. As far as this goes, I really can't speak on it because I don't know nothing about it yet.
It
I'm trying.
should be. It should be an interesting movie, no doubt. And I think we should go out and support it. You know, do what we need to do. To support all of it. Whatever comes out, just let's support it. All right, guys.
yeah,
Another question. Another question that I have for you guys, and this is for the panel. You know, us as black men, there's always controversy between us. There's always challenges. What is some of the challenges that you guys have faced as black paranormal investigators that not only have made you think, about, oh man, is this really necessary? Is this really, really happening to me? Some of the things that cross your mind as being a black investigator. Starting with William, tell me about some of your experiences, man.
Well, I mean, besides feeling isolated, being like was said earlier, this is probably the most uh, uh, African American paranormal investigators I've seen in one spot, um, in a while. But the isolation, and also, I mean, there's some cultural things as well, even in my own household. Um, my for instance, my mom and grandmom, they believe in ghosts and the paranormal and all that, but they're wondering, like, why are you going out there and looking for it and stuff like that. And I've got cousins that feel the same way. They believe culturally, they just have a problem with they believe in it, but they don't believe in going out and looking for it and things like that, and don't really want to participate. I think my brother and I are the only two. My other brother doesn't come out with us at all. So just me and my one brother go out to investigate. But that's been a bit of a challenge. And just in the community, I find that a lot of African Americans are interested in the paranormal, but as far as taking it to the next step and wanting to go out and actually do an investigation and getting involved, and maybe seeing where that leads, uh, that's a very small minority. I think we are in a very, very small minority in that regard.
Now, the reason why do you think that we are not focused or on something like this is because of our history, of back in the day, man, because a lot of our ancestors, they did dabble in certain things that we can't explain, or the things that we look for, they dealt with back in those days. Whether it was something spiritual or some type of healing or something that they felt like they need protection in. How is it that we managed to get away from things that we looked at that possibly helped us in our ancestor days compared to now? Like you said, William, most of our people don't even deal with it because I don't know if they're afraid of it. Because to be honest with you, I would be more afraid of it back then than it is today, because I think it's a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a little bit more
Accept-
lively back then
Yeah,
than it is
yeah.
today.
It's more accepted today.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That,
And the crazy thing is they didn't have any equipment back there. They just had that presence. They just knew that,
hmm
hey, something something's here to protect me, or if I came across whatever the case was be back then, they used it wisely and they had respect for it, and and whoever they wanted to put fear in, that's what they did.
Mhm.
you know so it's weird how over millennia, generations, how things have changed. And like you say, it's only a select few of us now that actually wants to step up to the plate and see what's actually going on out there. They knew, but
hmm
we're trying to find out. I mean, it's something that our ancestors did not, well, some of us did not continue down the generations. you know uh it's weird how us as black people, we just forget about everything.
I so we're like even today, black folk, man, we very spiritual people, always been. And back then, people getting brought over, we had our gods and goddesses from homeland, and back then, you they made it like it was satanic or something, and then we took their saints and used them as the gods' names, and you know, I I think I don't know if it's a fear thing anymore. It's just this thing over the years, for however many years, it used to be hidden. You had to hide. You had to hide what you believed in, even though it was our religion from our homeland. There's nothing satanic or anything about it. But that's what was put out there, so they could change that and change us to agree with what they were doing. And you were gonna getting what would be the best thing you're gonna do.
See, and that's the reason why they did what they did to protect themselves from
Yes.
certain individuals. Okay, now, William, is you got a brother named
Regis, yeah.
Regis? Okay,
She she trying to get on.
yeah, I'm gonna let him jump in right quick.
All right.
All right,
All
how you
right, there
doing?
you go. All right, sir, how you doing
Well,
today, sir?
I'm well. I'm well. How about you guys?
That's good. That's good. Welcome to the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. No problem at all. You know, uh, Any comments on this? Sean, talk to me, brother.
I mean, as far as struggles or difficulty go, which was your original question, everybody's saying some great stuff, by the way. As far as struggles, I can't say I've had any difficult. The only struggle I have is where I'm from here in Virginia. It's a very hush hush thing being a paranormal investigator. We've always had to keep quiet. So for years of investigating, I never knew about teams. I never knew that there were locations you could actually go to. Um, a lot of my family, were didn't believe in stuff like this, and a lot of them actually kind of laughed at me about doing stuff like it, even talking about paranormal experiences I had as a kid. So everything I did was just quiet until I met people who were like-minded with me, and most of them were Caucasian. So when I met people, and I'm from the country, and so all my peers were always Caucasian everywhere I went, and dealing with that was my biggest challenge, really, because most of my black friends and stuff, they were either afraid of it or didn't want to talk about it. So that's my biggest challenge I had growing up. So my black friends I had to be one way with, but my Caucasian friends were more into that, watching the paranormal shows. And so that's the biggest challenge I really had to deal with as far as being a paranormal investigator myself was, okay, I had to roll with this group, and that's when I could investigate and talk about paranormal with. As far as using the fact that I am a black guy on investigations, I feel like certain spirits will communicate with me because I'm black. Because it's a lot of places we investigate, and y'all investigate too, and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. Plantations, certain things will communicate with you that won't communicate with other people. You'll hear certain words that other people won't ever hear, especially during EVP spirit box sessions. So I do use that to advantage, but some places won't say nothing to me, no communication with me. That's why I love having a diverse team. My daughter is mixed, so things will communicate with her that won't communicate with other people. And if you go back to the 1800s, even 1700s, there were a lot of mixed people around that they don't tell you that in the history books, but there was a lot of mixed breeding going on back then. Spirits will communicate with her that won't communicate with either the white or the black side. So that's why race does play a lot into paranormal investigating. So those are the things that those are notes that I take on a daily basis when investigating. We investigate a lot. We investigate weekly, several times a week. So I do pay attention to that. But as far as challenges go, I haven't had to deal with any of that. That side of it, as far as the paranormal goes, I can't really speak much on that where I'm from. It's been pretty much, accepted here. The only challenge, the real challenge I have here is just being able to talk about it. I live in the Bible Belt, right? I'm Liberty University surrounded me. So, you mentioned paranormal here, every door will close on you. Luckily, we were able to obtain a location, which is Old City Cemetery. It's the oldest cemetery in the state. It's historic. It's actually it started off as a all black cemetery, and it was a slave cemetery. And a lot of spirits will communicate with me there. I have no problem going there by myself at 2:00 in the morning, and I have lots of communication there. No issues. But over the years, a lot of whites started getting buried there, so all kind of people can get communicated with there. So race hasn't played a factor in me investigating. So I don't know if I answered your question or not, but that's the best I can give you right now as far as that
Okay.
goes.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Now, guys, we are what, a half percent of the paranormal community. That's not a lot. I mean, you're talking about just what's on this board that I know of is what's on the summit tonight. As black men, what do we need to do to get these numbers up? I mean, as much as we try to educate and talk to our young generation of black men and black women, girls and boys, it seems like it's not getting through. So, what do we need to do to make sure that the next generation of African American paranormal investigators just make sure that continues. Our lineage continues. What do we need to do, guys?
You know,
Man, that's a hard.
I think what you're
Go ahead.
doing right now is
Yeah.
important. I mean, you know, it's you know, you if you see other black paranormal investigators doing it, then I think people will have you know, people will have an interest in doing it. You know, they had the Ghost Brothers on. They kind of came at it more of a comical angle than really, you know, serious paranormal investigation. But serious paranormal investigators doing what we do, I think you having this type of exposure on your podcast here or your video podcast, I think
Right.
that's good. If we could get that on a larger scale and have more people in our community see that there are people that look like them doing this, because you know when you turn on the TV now, you got, you know, ghost hunters, ghostbusters, and all these shows, but there are no African American investigators for the most part. So I think
Mm,
what you're doing is a big step in that direction.
okay, all right.
We
So
we need,
go
we need
ahead.
to get on. We need to get on iHeartRadio. That's what we need to do.
There you go.
You'll get
We
them
need to
in.
get
Mm,
on iHeartRadio, and then we can reach some people that look like us. But yeah,
So many. So
everything everybody's saying is correct, man. I was with a group. There was another black investigator there. Never wanted to be on TV or anything or heard or anything like that. But that was the only one I rode with. But I will say all the white folks or whoever that I ever investigated with were very cool, welcoming. You know, we all were looking at the same thing, so I never had an issue. Don't really didn't really think about it too much, but it's always in the back of your head, like, man, I'm the only one here, no matter where we go.
yeah,
And, you know, it is what it is. But I was always treated with respect, so um, you know, I have never had an issue, but getting it out there, you know, it's hard because nobody wants to do it. But I think we can get on some platforms that are more dedicated than to people who look like us, support us, and all that.
Hmm.
You know, and who's to say if they'll even be like, oh yeah, we'll support you. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's taboo. But if you can get one person to open that door, that'd be awesome. And then more people, I think
Well, you know, I think
there's people out
what
there. There's people out there that are interested.
you mentioned getting the podcast going. I mean, my brother Regis there, he was interested in doing a podcast. I think, you know, Terry, you've got experience doing this, the video thing. You know, if we all got together as a group of black paranormal investigators, like you said, and did a podcast, we all have this interest. Uh, uh, you know, pool our energies together towards doing that. I think that'd be a great thing. That'd be a
you
great
know,
thing. Yeah.
I I think that would be something really positive. It would definitely take our culture into another direction because right now, with there's so many us out here that don't know each other. I mean,
Right.
we're pretty much going down different highways.
Hmm.
And occasionally we might hit that roundabout and we might run into each other like we're doing it now tonight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But we definitely that would be something great. I mean, to do, you know. And the only thing that I say is, guys, we have to be consistent about it. I mean, we cannot start something then say, hey, oh well, okay, then I can't do this, I can't do that. Once we start, it cannot stop
Right.
because other people are because the people we're reaching out to wants to see that consistency. They want to say, hey, these guys here, they got their stuff together. You know,
So many other
they
distractions.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be able to do what you do and say what you say. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You
You got to
can't
be
be
the
able to.
Elvis.
Yeah. So if you guys are willing to, if you guys really want to look into that, I'm open for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm
I'm
always
really
down.
open for it. And I don't know about iHeart and Spotify and all those. I'm not that technically advanced.
Right.
You
Well,
know what I'm saying? But I
we'll get.
know that we can get it.
Yeah, we'll get there
Yeah,
eventually. Let's.
yeah.
I think if we can get it going, we'll eventually get to that level.
We gotta
All
start
thing,
small.
yeah. All thing we gotta do is come up with a name,
That's it.
come up with something catchy,
There you go.
set a date, set a time. Those of us that work Monday through Thursday is not going to be able to make it because I work Monday through Thursday, day and night. Uh, so it definitely had to be feasible for everybody to join at the same time.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm
Well,
saying? And
count me in.
some of
Yeah,
us in
I'm in, bro. I got my own podcast, so I'm definitely in.
some of us on days, we got to investigate. You know, we'll,
Yep.
we'll figure something out then.
Right.
Well,
Right.
you got your
But
own podcast going. We can piggyback on you. Just expand it. Well,
Right.
you know.
Hey, hey, yo, we got this, man. Terry, you got one. I got one. Like,
well, hell, Shaw got one too. He just ain't
There you
saying
go.
nothing. Look at that big.
there you
Look at
go.
that.
There you
That,
go.
look, he got that jumbo sized microphone right there in front of him. Hey, that damn mic.
Ah, yo, man, my boy is about to hit the Apollo.
Yeah, he live. Big time. Say, man, I can hear you for. You know what? I can hear that microphone in you. You in Virginia, hell, I'm down in Texas, and I can hear you clearly. Yeah, you ain't got no problem with that.
I'm just
Hey,
listening and taking it
transform,
in.
bro. It's about to transform, bro.
Oh shit, yeah.
Make sure I
But
can hear
Nice mic. That's a nice
Yeah.
mic. I gotta
I,
say, that's a nice
I
Thank
mic.
you.
got this.
Thank
I
you.
got this. I'm on this iPhone 7, so you got that fancy microphone.
Oh, that's. I heard him breathing.
Hear me think. I got
I
another
thought
one
somebody
right
summoned a ghost. I don't know. I thought
Oh, you got another one.
that's what that is. A mic.
oh yeah.
here.
But
Yeah,
hey,
here you
Yo,
go.
yo,
hey
Sean,
boy,
you got two.
that that damn that damn mic look like a giant jalapeno, boy. Look, you gotta listen to J. Cole.
I don't know what the hell was it. Really big show. It's Sullivan show. Really big show.
All right, Sean, we ain't gonna mess with you no more, man. And your mic.
Makes it fun.
Hey,
Oh man.
this was cool though. When brothers get together, we don't even know each other, and we met.
You supposed to be joking on it. That's how I grew up.
But you
Yeah,
know what? It's a culture thing.
I
yeah,
was about to
Okay.
say, you gotta have somebody joking on somebody now.
But you know what, man? It's just like a family reunion.
hmm
You don't know half your people in your family reunion, but what you do? Hey, Kim folk, you go up there and you joke with them. You talk about them sorry ass Lakers that everybody seemed to be want to be talking about.
Oh, you
Little
done struck
bum
a nerve
James.
now.
Little bum James.
Are we going
Oh,
too far?
So, and,
Nerve.
hey, the way he punked Stephen A. Smith a couple of days ago, well, I don't even know how I deal with that.
oh,
keep
hey.
my
But
name out your.
Stephen,
hey,
Steve, Stephen A.
but
only averaged 1.1 points a game, so I don't know how you got that. 1.1
right,
a game. He only played one game and scored 1 point. That was his average.
That was
hey,
it.
He
Well,
should
That was
he
it.
should be on here podcast with the ghost.
he should. Hey, you know what, man? As I like the brother, I respect him, but damn, this dude got too many headhunters after him. Everybody want to chop his head off.
that's
Yeah,
true.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I bet you thought Mike Tyson was about to do
Yeah.
Shit.
it. He was like, Mike,
But
I thought we talked about this, Mike, before the Mike, I thought we was cool. Man,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this on a serious note, though, guys. I mean, it really feels good to see some other people of color who have a serious interest in ghost hunting. Like I said, I appreciate Ghost Brothers having a show and having some exposure for African Americans doing this, but they came at it from a comic angle. They played it for a few laughs, but
Yeah.
to have some serious investigators with some serious experience that look like me. I think is a great thing. I mean, I'm so happy that we're doing this. I hope we can do it again.
But you know what, guys? If
Yeah,
you really look at it, there's over 100 years of investigating on this panel right now.
yeah,
You know, there's a lot of years we've invested a lot of time and a lot of money, investigating. And dude, and it's just like William said, man, it's a blessing to even meet you guys. Because like you say, it's far and few. And our community, as much as we believe in certain things, but certain things we also forgot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
think we need to
Yeah.
go back and remember certain things on how we got here, what protected us. To be honest with you, I can go back, I can remember to this point where my great grandmother was a Native American. She was half black, half Native American, and my aunt had sickle cell. Me being 6 years old, dude, in the bed, and they will always do it in private. She
Hmm.
would she would come get her whatever things, and she would do her chants and whatever she's doing, and it was just
Yeah.
calm down, dude. I mean, it is
Yes, sir.
unbelievable,
Yes,
and
sir.
stuff like that was not carried on. It
Yeah.
should have been, but there was nobody there to take all that knowledge in. And today people might call great my great grandmother a white witch or whatever, but to me she was she was the nurse, because as kids, dude, we never went to the doctor for anything. E-
Hmm.
Everything that everything that went down, we handled in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I
You know
never
what
heard
I'm saying?
Jesus didn't go to the doctor neither, did he?
Nope.
Take no pills.
I
No,
tell
he
you
didn't.
what, if he did, I want to see his medical bill.
Yeah, man.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to cut out of here, but I'm gonna leave Regis there from Urban Paranormal Perspective. So count me in on anything you guys are doing. Let me know when the next one is.
Yeah,
I'll
let
give
me
you
know
guys a
next one
call.
because I gotta go myself. He's not gonna
I,
leave me here.
Oh,
oh,
sounds
ain't
good.
that?
I go with my brother go.
Hey,
Well, you came
well,
on kind of late, so you need to stick around for a few.
that's all right, because Mike and Gerald, they'll be pop. They're running late, so they'll pop in here in a little bit. If you guys got something to do, I totally understand.
I'll be back.
Oh well, hey, we'll be here.
And my last name is not Schwarzenegger.
Oh damn. Well, hey, we will be here. So, William, I appreciate you coming on the show, man, and I really appreciate it. Regis, you too, man. I really appreciate meeting you guys.
Meet y'all.
And let's do this again, my brothers.
We will.
Yeah.
And the next time I come on, I have some stories that with me and my brother had, like with the what was the brother name who tried to call? He said with the ghost tried to put the ghost on us.
Huh?
What
Oh,
was it? Yeah.
Try to put
So
it on you.
yeah. He
Yeah,
was like,
it was a paranormal investigator here in Chicago. I forget his name. He's a white paranormal investigator. He was one of those investigators that like to intimidate, confront the spirits and provoke spirits and things like that. We went to
I know people
investigate.
like
We were
that. Yeah.
investigating a place. It was called the Boys and Girls Valentine's Boys and Girls Club here in Chicago. It's a big warehouse looking place. It's Valentine's Boys and Girls Club. And man, I'm talking about that place was hot from the beginning. Man, it was crazy.
my first
Oh,
investigation.
Yeah, it was one of our first investigations. They had downstairs. They had like a gymnasium in a basement. Big old heavy bag, 100-pound heavy bag, just swinging on its own. Wouldn't stop all night long, and people getting scratched. And we did the
Walkthrough.
EVPs and walkthroughs, and we got the radio scanners going on. We picking up curse words and all kinds of crazy stuff. And Ed Shanahan. What's his
Shanahan.
name? Shanahan. He's just provoking these ghosts, man. He's like, I'm not scared of you. I got these two guys here, and they're ready to take you on. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, I don't know who he's
Yeah,
talking about. They ain't
right.
me.
We the only two black guys there, so I figure I look at him. I was like, oh hell no. Hey, because
They were
the
like,
voice
nope.
the voice box said his name, then called him a female dog.
Oh,
'Cause-
damn.
Because you know,
It was hot that night, man. I'm telling you.
I'll never go to anything he has. Never, nothing.
Valentine
Yeah.
Boys and
You gotta
Girls Club.
respect them. You gotta respect them, man. It like I look at it like this. I'm a human being, right? And I would say 99% of any spirits anybody's come across is humans, right? They were humans before. And
Yeah.
I want people to respect me. So I'm gonna
Absolutely.
respect them unless they don't respect me. And
You're
I
gonna
never
end up
had it where they didn't respect me. So
going to end up with the wrong type of spirit, and that definitely ain't in this to be hooking
yeah,
up with the wrong type of
yeah.
spirit.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
think if you
I'm gonna
respect
leave
me,
Regis
I'll see you
there.
more.
I got to cut out of here. You guys continue on, and like I said, count me in on anything you do the next time. Just keep me posted, and I'll be here. Get
Yes,
that
sir.
podcast together.
Say, William. Say you had the same number.
Yeah, I got the same number.
All right.
Same
Yeah.
number. You got my email address and everything.
Yeah. I still got your number in my phone, man. Hey, I'll be giving you a call, man. Let you know what's going on.
Okay, cool. All
All
right.
right.
Good meeting
You
you guys.
guys. All right. Have a good one, guys.
All
All
right,
right.
peace.
Hey Terry, I'm gonna be back in a few seconds. I gotta make sure this woman's not burning these beans.
Whoa, whoa. I mean, what kind of beans are we talking about?
No, I'm making Spanish food tonight, so I got them
Oh,
ready. Yeah.
boy, you said beans. I only know one kind of beans here in the South.
I know. It ain't them beans. But I'll be right back. Right back.
Oh, shit, I hear you. Sean Elliott Jr. Boy, you know, it's so weird, Sean, that you got the same last name and middle name like my son.
Oh wow.
How often that I'm just saying, what is the coincidence of that?
Hey man, the universe. Universe is something else, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. It's not as small. It's not as small as people think it is. It's a pretty big place.
It really is. My daughter and I was just talking about that last night.
You know, you can look up at the stars and just think for a minute, man. It might look small up there, but it's really big.
Yeah, because it goes way beyond what we can see.
Yes, sir. And you know what? And no telling what's beyond the stars.
Oh yeah, scientists don't even know.
Nah.
All they
And I
have
don't. All they have is just theories. Theories. They think what they know is up there, but they really don't.
they have no answers.
You know what I'm saying? If if a little gray man was to come knock on my door right now, the first thing they're gonna want to do to him is kidnap him and wanna go and goddamn X-ray his ass. You know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
Man, I'm gonna open up the door and give him a bush bill. Come on in here, brother. Because unlike you a minority just like me. So we got something in common already. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to come back. If you got some damn shoes on, kick off your shoes and hey, play some damn dominoes or something. I, I'm down for whatever. You just gotta know how. Yeah, you just gotta know how to count. Count your hand, because I'm not gonna do it for you.
Gotta know how to count. That's one thing about us. We know how to count.
We know how to count. We definitely know how to count.
We
Hey,
know
all
how to
right.
count.
Yeah. Hey guys, have you guys? I mean, because this is something that I've just thought about doing, and I'm not going to do it just because everybody else is doing it, But there's so much out here in the paranormal world. I am, Sean, when you on the show, T, when you on the show, I've always preached about thinking outside the box.
You have to.
What you have to. So with that being said, how many people out there do you think, you give me a number wise, have the same equipment like the next door neighbor have? How many people you think have a K2? Uh, this, that, at what point are we going to start thinking outside the box and start presenting something that nobody else has? Curiosity kills, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curiosity. Because if I see something that I've never seen before, what am I going to do? I'm going to walk right up to it and try to, figure it out. So if you got a spirit or a ghost that haven't seen something before, most logically, they're going to walk up to it and want to figure it out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm thinking about, I'm definitely thinking about going into production of making some devices that nobody's never had before.
One reason why I bought a 3D printer.
You got the 3D.
Yeah, that's one reason why I got one.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So I cut back on using so much equipment. I actually don't. I've got a lot of equipment. People been making fun of me about my equipment. I cut back a lot on equipment. I noticed that, again, I'm a scientist when I'm out there. I don't claim to formally be a scientist, but I like to think of myself as a scientist and as a scientific investigator. And, my mom is probably one of my biggest supporters on the outside when it comes into paranormal. And the first thing she always says is, I don't believe in equipment. And equipment is man-made. Equipment can malfunction. Equipment can do all kind of stuff. Anything equipment-wise can be debunked. I don't care what you have, this is just my opinion. Don't jump on me. And anybody in the comments, don't jump on me. Don't jump on me. But anything equipment-wise, I don't care what it is. If it takes batteries or if it charges, can be debunked. That is not real evidence to me. What I use equipment for is to make me look and make me focus. So if I've got, I don't know, I might throw out my most hated piece of equipment, which is a REM pod. So I'll throw that out there. Although I do have some pretty good, I would say 98% concrete evidence with the REM pod, and I hate it. But I even hate admitting this right now. But I do have some great evidence with a REM pod. I'm gonna throw the REM pod out there. If I'm investigating, my head's this way and the REM pod beeps that way, I want to know why I did that. So this is my focus. That's where my camera is going to now go. That's what I use equipment for. When I first started investigating, remember Lynchburg, I'm closed minded. I had no idea that there was even a bunch of equipment out there. I was still using a cell phone and a voice recorder. I had no idea there was all kind of I didn't even know what a REM pod was until about a year ago. So I didn't, there was a lot of stuff out here that exists I had no idea of until I started getting on the internet and seeing all this stuff going on. And I didn't watch the ghost shows. Courtney for years tried to get me to watch her ghost shows, and I wouldn't watch them. They were boring to me. So once I started getting into seeing all this equipment, I went and got every piece of it I could. And now I have a whole office that I'm sitting in full of nothing but paranormal equipment. So when you said people having the same equipment, I do notice when I show up to investigations with other teams and other people, I'm like, man, everybody has the same equipment. So I met a paranormal equipment maker who I can call on the phone and say, I got an idea. I need you to make this for me. And he can make it just like that, just from my brain. And so now I do have a lot of equipment that nobody else has because it came from up here. And that's how I started rolling. Less things that make sounds, less things with lights. I feel like lights and sounds distract paranormal energy. If I'm from the 1700s and there's lights blinking and noises, they have no idea what that is.
Yeah, no idea.
Less evidence.
I love when they put a piece of equipment down and they go, can you talk to or go touch the REM pod? And I'm like thinking to myself, they may not know what the hell a REM pod is, man. So whenever I go, hey, I got this piece of equipment here, and I'll put my hand up to it and be like, if you touch it, it'll do this. I don't even say REM pod because like they don't know what a REM pod is. They died 50 years ago. Damn,
It's
he,
it.
you know, you got to
Now,
dumb it down. Dumb it down.
break it down.
Don't even know what
Yeah.
REM pod stands for.
Half of us don't even know what it is.
But you know, if you guys, the one thing that I noticed is the farther I go back in my investigations, like you say, Sean, the most simplest things would get you going.
Yeah.
Yes.
The simplest thing. Now, 1800s, 17. Well, no, I can't go back 17. 1800s. You go into a hotel. The one thing that everybody notices is when you walk up to the bellhop, or when you walk up to the counter, is bing. You hear that bell, bing, bing. So what I did is I went and got me two little bells, like any other. There you go, just like that, and just went on my way. I tested them out at a cemetery. I was successful because, like you say, these guys don't know what's going on in our allegedly. This is they say that spirits can jump in and out of timelines. That's debatable.
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah,
We don't know. We
Yeah.
don't know. But if they did, if they could do that, they would know what a REM pod is.
Yeah.
They will be able to interact with it, you know, and so many other different things.
I do believe though, if you go to a place enough times and you work with those spirits that are there enough, there you can say what it is because you've established something and they know what that piece of equipment is. So I believe that.
Good point.
Once you get to know them, but if you just show up at a place and start saying stuff, it's like they don't know that, man. Like, dumb it down for them. And the more we come back, we start explaining more stuff to them, especially if we make contact or whatever, and then they start talking to us, start working with us. Then yeah, teach them, and then they see that as soon as you put it out, they're gonna be like, oh, they're back, and they got that, and I can talk to them, and then you start getting that stuff.
Good point.
Time and time again, I've seen so many people do. I'm like, it's like, think
Well, I'll
about
throw another one at you. Let me call my dad real quick on speakerphone and say, "Hey, Dad, you want to come handle this REM pod real quick?" I mean, people in modern time don't know what a REM, unless you're a paranormal investigator, you don't know what a REM pod is.
Yeah, my pops would be like, is that a new soda?
Yeah. I mean, any average person, they don't know what a REM pod is unless they watch the ghost show. They don't know what a REM pod is. That's my favorite piece of equipment, by the way. I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah, I'm another one. I got a ton of equipment, and I leave a lot of stuff home. I'll bring a bag with me that's full of stuff, and people are like, "Oh, that's cool." And I pull like my camera, the recorder out, and I pull the REM pod out, and every once in a while the K2, and that's it. Everything else stays.
Right?
I don't use
That's crazy. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, be honest with me, because I hear a lot of different stories. I hear a lot of different stories when people do that. Is it good when a paranormal team investigates live, or do you prefer not to? Because
I like
a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like to do it.
I'll let you go first.
I like both. Depending on what they want to do. I like live stuff. I like pre-recorded stuff. You got to be careful with that because you can put whatever you want in it.
Yep.
There are some famous teams out there on YouTube or whatever that are like serious investigators, but they record their stuff and put it out for us, and we make. They'll even ask you, "What do you think about this?" I do like live stuff. Actually, I was Terry. Cordell. We were just talking before the show. We want to do a live podcast from one of the cemeteries over here. If we can get a team to come out, there's a team we're looking at. If not, we'll still do it. But I like live. As long as they're not running around screaming, disrespecting everything, I'm good with it. But yeah, I don't mind either. Either or, I'm good with it. I just like watching paranormal stuff, and as long as it seems real.
I personally don't go live, just because I believe it affects the equipment that I do use. I believe that cell phone waves. I believe, I like it's getting science and paranormal go hand in hand to me. However, if something good is happening, there are people who are, I don't want to call them fans, 'cause I don't like that word in this field, but supporters, people who follow us and watch us, like to see what we do on our investigations. If something cool's happened, for example, we were at St. Albans. Shout out St. Albans, by the way. We were there and some cool stuff was happening. Courtney went live to show it because I couldn't figure out what was going on again. That was the second time that the REM pod ever impressed me. And two of them, two different ones, different styles, was happening with it. I couldn't explain. She went live and it was going off before she went live. So it wasn't a cell phone that was doing it. And the way it was going off, it couldn't have been a cell phone. So that, watching teams go live, I don't really watch that because I'll fall asleep. Y'all know how investigations go.
Yeah.
I will watch teams evidence, and I'm not that guy that sits back and think everybody's faking something. Unless I catch you faking it, I believe whatever people catch. I wasn't there, so if I won't there to tell you what's fake, I believe everything I see. I'm just one of those people. Unless I catch you doing it, I'm not going to accuse you of it. Which is big in this field. If you get something good, everybody thinks you faked it. Unless I was there to see you do it, or I blatantly can tell you what you did.
It's double edged, brother. Like you either. It's crazy because there's fakers out there.
Oh yeah.
And then you have people who catch stuff, and you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then you're gonna have people say they're faking because they never saw that. And then you have the guys. We all know most investigations are boring as hell.
Yeah.
And then people don't want to watch it because they're like, "Oh man, there's nothing going on. They're not screaming and this and that." And it's like, to me, that's what I like. I mostly watch what people would consider.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gonna elaborate on that after you finish. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. It's like almost damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yep.
But I've seen some good channels that have had some exciting stuff on there. But then there's some people, it doesn't look like they're faking. And especially when they try to debunk themselves or whatever, but then there's always one person. There's always one loudmouth that comes out. I don't mind debunkers. I try to debunk my own stuff because I want to be real, and
that's a big part of what we do, though.
Yeah, and that's what you do. You try. We're out here to learn. We're trying to figure out what's real, what's not. And equipment is made by a man. So did I get this? If you have a radio and you key it up, your REM pod's going to go off
every time.
And some people, especially if they're new, they don't know that. And they get excited, and good for them. They think they're doing something, and eventually they figure out, oh man, that might have happened there, but at least they're looking. But it's crazy because if you're not catching anything, you're boring.
You're boring.
Something, you're probably lying.
Yeah.
That's what people think. That's what people think.
Into a major topic, though. I don't even think we realize it. It's a very major topic. It's boring and faking to even being excited. So we got accused of faking evidence. We don't put none of our evidence out there for this reason. We were at a location and we had a bell and we had it on the desk. It was 4 a.m. We were bored. Nothing much happened at night at this location. We asked if the spirit could ring the bell if it wanted us to leave. We asked if it could ring twice. Bell rings twice. Ding, ding. And we all just kind of look around like, well, guess it's time to go. Mind you, everyone on my team has been investigating for years. We've heard that bell go off before, so we know what it'll do. Some idiot comments on, so we send it to the location owner to show him, hey, this is what we got. We always send it to the owner of the location to show him what we get. he posted on a website to say, hey, this is what happened at the cabin. Well, some idiot comments on a website and says, well, how do you call a team out for faking evidence? I had no idea they were talking about us. So we were like, just call them out by name. I'm tired of this whole saying certain people, certain teams. Just call the team out. Let's make calling people out normal. I didn't know they were talking about us. So I sent the dude a message. Say, if you got something to say, just say, hey, Sean. I'm a direct person. We don't play these games. We're grown. Yeah. So he sent me a whole apology for it, but no, don't apologize. You knew what you were doing. You just didn't think I'd call you out on it. Like, you could apologize. So he apologized, and then it started this whole mess. But that's the thing. His whole reason for saying we faked it is because nobody got excited about it. And I'm like, dude, it was you. If you had asked me why we didn't get excited, we might have got excited at 7:00 at night. None of us got excited because it was 4:30 in the morning. We were tired. We had been up all day. We had to drive 2 hours to the location, and nothing happened. When you're tired after investigating all day. Nobody. I mean, I was like, oh, y'all hear that? Okay, it was time to go. But none of us are going to jump and scream like you see on YouTube. Quit watching YouTube all the time.
Yeah. You know? That's what I say. All right, guys, let's sticky subject, but I'm going to bring it up, and I want you guys' honest opinion. Some of you guys mentioned something about 20 minutes ago, so let's talk about Hollywood, and let's talk about the Ghost Brothers. Now, the Ghost Brothers, to me, I'm not going to say that they were faking it, but I do see a resemblance between what Taps was doing and what Ghost Brothers were doing. And if I'm correct, every location that they went into, they actually caught something. Now, I think the reason why they did that is the same reason why Taps did it, is because they needed to keep the ratings up. So, is it to say it's better to not do that than to do it? At least you keep it. At least you've been honest with your support staff. At least you've been honest with, your rating people. At least you've been honest all the way around. You know what I'm saying? You're not sugarcoating. You're not hiding behind TV. Hey, I got to get my ratings up because I got bills to pay. Hell, we all got bills to pay. But like you say, let's not forge anything to to go off and listen to what the hell the big wigs say. Well, hey, we got to keep these up. We got to do this. We got to do that. No, just be honest. That's what we're saying.
What I'll say is, when it comes to anything Hollywood, there's a lot that goes on off camera that we don't see. There's a lot that those guys are at that location for a long time, many days. They're wearing the same clothes every day. We don't know. It all looks like one day, but they're cramming a week's worth of evidence in 45 minutes. I don't know what's faking. I don't know what they're doing because I wasn't there, but I've heard. I talked to people on those shows, and I talked to a lot of production people. And what I do know is some teams do fake a lot of stuff. Some people do key that radio up to make that REM pod go off. I don't know what the Ghost Brothers do. I don't specifically, but I do know that 45-minute show has a week-long evidence crammed into that 45 minutes, because if they did what we do, 8 hours at a location, it would be nothing there. So they have to. That's probably why a lot of the TV shows are canceled now, because how much money does it take to put a team in a location for a week? So we don't know. There's a lot that goes on that we don't know about with these TV shows. What I will say is, if they did shoot a real investigation the way we experience it, nobody would ever watch that TV show. No, I believe that they wouldn't have any views. So we can say, as investigators and as real paranormal people all day long, show the real stuff, show what really happens. But how many people would actually sit and watch nothing for 45 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
You're right.
what they
Yeah,
did with the entertainment side of it, it got everybody, it opened everybody's mind to it.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing what they did. I'm against the faking evidence. I'm against all that, but I think at the same time, what they coming from where I live, where it's so taboo, and it's still kind of taboo just because of the school here. With Liberty University being 5 minutes across the hill, I think that what they did do was open everybody's mind and say, okay, they're not devil worshippers, which what everybody thinks we are. They're not these cult guys that sit around and worship dead. These guys are just going in buildings and talking to the wall and hoping they get something back. I think they opened everybody's mind that, you know, you got people like Mr. Baggins who's over the top with it and gets possessed everywhere. I think what he does is a little extra, but I think people like Taps and Ghost Brothers kind of lighthearted things a little bit and made it more entertainment and opened it up for people like us to make it easier to go out and do what we do. So I don't know if that answered it accurately, but you know, there's a lot more that meets the eye with the TV shows.
Always.
I agree with that 100%. It's like, you know, like I always tell people I used to watch Ghost Adventures for the entertainment, and to learn about spots, because I will give them this: when they go to a spot, that first 20, 30 minutes, they're talking about that spot. I have heard they've embellished some stuff, and some people who own those places have said, yeah, they're embellishing stuff, but we wouldn't learn about those places without them. And like Sean said, it opened up so much. Like Ghost Brothers, like when I first saw them, I was like, oh man, this is cool, it's entertaining. I don't know what they're doing, you know,
Yeah.
but they look like me. So I was like, yo, this is cool, man. Like you guys
Yeah.
do your thing, get that paper. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, hey, I'm all for that. I'm all for the
yeah.
paper. But
Or, you
the
know?
the only thing that I say is come correct with the BS.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just come correct. What's up? Let me make sure I get this right. Drea, and Mike. The last time I said Mike and Drea, I got in trouble.
Drea and Mike's and investigate ventures or whatever.
How you guys doing this evening?
Just getting back from a family gathering, but tired, but we here.
You look like you're tired, bro. You look like you enjoy. You look like you enjoyed about 10 hours.
Yeah, well, actually,
2 hours. Right?
Yeah, that and plus DJing at the same time, so
Yeah.
you know, a little tired and cooking, so barbecuing too. So,
Bobby, where's my plate, man?
We got plenty of food. Come get some.
Where's my plate? Y'all quit playing.
Boy, T Paranormal and Sean, how y'all guys doing?
Guys, good. Nice to meet you.
I was hoping the wife would be here with you, Sean. She ain't joined in tonight.
She in the other room watching.
Oh, okay. Well, hey.
Well, get on out of here. This is me world.
Is it Drina? Is it Drina? Is Drina? Is am I saying it right? Drina?
Yes, Drina.
Drina might say hi, Courtney. She said hi.
Well, Drina and Mike, the conversation's been very interesting. We had William came on the show earlier. Unfortunately, he had to go. He's out of Chicago, and the conversation's been very interesting. So, with that being said, I want you guys to go ahead and introduce yourselves to the world. People know you, but I want them to get to know you a little bit more. So, go ahead and introduce yourselves again, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
My name is Drina, part of and Mike's Paranormal. I'm from North Carolina originally, from a little old town, and got interested in the paranormal more so when me and Mike started dating and talking about our experiences and things that we've been through, and ventured out, started ghost hunting and going to cemeteries and trying to find different evidence and going to like historical places, St. Augustine, which is like not a great place to go. And yeah, and then we decided, you know, we were doing this for years and years and years. And I was like, you know what? Why not share our evidence? We caught some solid evidence in the past. I said, why not share what we do with YouTube? Why don't we just do this between us? Let's like really make it fun and share it on YouTube. And that's what we started doing. And we're still doing it now.
Did you have any problems connecting to your YouTube channel?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, because I see your little thing up here. Just want to make sure everything is okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Mike and Drea, I'm gonna make her mad.
Drina.
Now, you just mentioned St. Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you just said that it's not a good place to go. Why would you say that?
Tourists.
Nah.
It's just, it's too,
It's saturated.
so many people there that even with
and I
just
think
trying to do, you know, night investigations, there's too many people there. You know, and me personally, I don't. If we're gonna do a investigation, I like to have less people as possible. You know what I mean? But first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Mike. Born and raised Florida boy. Live in Bradenton, Florida. That's where we live at. We've been ghost hunting for about 10 years, or maybe a little more. Had my first real terrifying experience last Sunday. Came face to face with something, man. I can't even describe it, bro. I know I got out of Dodge. I got out of Dodge. I can say that much. And it made me have second thoughts about doing this. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, that's serious.
Yeah, it was serious stuff, man. Yeah, it was. I don't know what's the thing on. Yeah, it was serious, man. We was going in. We was at an abandoned prison, but we was not at the prison itself. Well, we was at the prison, but we was on the outskirts where I guess the people that works at the prison would live at, maybe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they all abandoned. So we was going into the last building house. And unfortunately, Drina do most of the recording. You know what I mean? And I walked in this room, man. I had the flashlight in my hand. I went to turn left. All I seen was a black mask right here in my face, bro.
Oh.
And I did the best thing to do. That's got out of there. I turned around and ran. And that was the first real face-to-face entity I ever seen in my life that close to me, man. And
but me being me, you know, I try to debunk. I'm like, you know, because we got the lights, you know, if you turn, sometimes you're gonna get that shadow or a blur in your eyes. It could happen.
That wasn't bad.
But
listen, this thing was so big and masterful, it blocked out the light. It blocked out the flashlight. That's how I know.
That's crazy.
It brings chills. It just brings chills for me to sit here and even be talking about it right now. And I heard you guys were talking about earlier about, you know, the fakeness that goes on doing these videos, and it's out there and it's bad, you know. But the crazy part is them the ones that get all the views. You know, the ones that's making all the money. You know what I'm saying? And if I have to go to that extreme, or we have to go to that extreme to fake something, I prefer not even do it.
Yeah, we don't want to do it.
Yeah,
that's not how we started.
Yeah, because it's you want to make the money, but it's not about the money. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's really out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, something out there, but I just want to know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because me personally, I believe there's life after death. From what the things out in the scene, the things we have experienced, I just want to know exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really got us into it. After my mom passed away, matter of fact, just to tell you a little history about me, my mom is what really got me into ghosting. We used to sit around, and I was living in Tampa at the time, and she was staying in this little town called Lake Placid. And she used to call me, and we used to talk about 8 hauntings because that used to come on all the time at the time. And as we was coming up, she used to tell us all these ghost stories. My mom, she could see dead people. You know what I'm saying? At the time where she's passed away now, but my brother has a gift, and my daughter has a gift of also being able to see spirits. But that's what got me really involved. Really, after she passed away, that's what really got me into really trying to really understand, what's out there. You know what I mean? And I could truly say I believe we caught some true evidence, real stuff. We don't call it shadow figures. We don't call it a lot of EVPs. Before we started doing YouTube, we was in a graveyard down in Sarasota, which is an African American graveyard. They don't bury there no more, but they still keep it real tidy and up. And we was in there one Halloween, and we caught a flame coming out of the ground. And we caught a flame coming out of the ground. And our landlord
messed up our
ended up messing up the video. We ended up losing this footage.
It was an old school VCR, like handheld recorder. It was the old school.
Yeah. It's like I said, we just want to know the truth. You know what I mean? We want to.
Yeah. What's up, Denzel?
Yeah. Denzel, man.
What's up, Denzel? Hey,
really?
Hey,
I know I look good. Come on now.
King Kong.
The one thing, the one thing about our culture is all the amazing stories that every family member from the time your great-great-grandmother all the way up to your grandmother, the unbelievable paranormal stories that they've shared throughout the generations. And it's weird because nobody have not even took that into account. Hey, let me write a book about this. Let me do a script about this. Maybe the movie people. Dude, it would be just had, because we were talking about the lady in the yard nearly an hour ago. And I'm pretty sure that somebody put that together. Now, I don't know because I've never heard of it, but I'm pretty sure somebody actually wrote something, or it happened to a black family. And we need more of that today because there's, like I say, there's so much history in our community that runs with the paranormal hand in hand. The world needs to know.
Well,
we need people to tell it right. We need us to tell it right, because there's a movie. I love the movie Serpent in the Rainbow. Remember that movie back in the 80s? I think it was.
Dude, that movie. That movie scared the hell out of me, man.
It scared us. But that's what they, it's a movie. They want to do that. But the real story, the serpent in the rainbow, those were African gods. And when the slaves came over, those were the gods they looked upon to make sure they got there safely.
Exactly.
So the movie turns it into our stuff, turns it into bad. And it's like, no, it wasn't actually bad.
But one thing,
when you read the book, and it's totally different. The book, the guy that went down there, the scientist, but the movies, you got to make a movie, and you know how they do.
Yeah, but one thing about the black community is that they don't really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, a lot of them don't want to believe. And see, even though they done went through the experiences, they still don't want to share that because they're afraid what people gonna say. Because when it comes down to the paranormal or ghost or whatever you want to call them, they're scared to talk about it.
I think they believe. I just think that they don't want to entertain the fact.
Now, so what you're saying, Mike, is the culture difference is what's keeping our people from telling a story compared to Caucasians, which if they have an experience, they're gonna say something.
Right.
They're gonna put it on paper. They're gonna let the world know.
Right.
Let the world know. Yeah.
But us, as African Americans, like I was telling the panel an hour ago, this is something that we've been dealing in since we left Africa.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, we was also taught not to dwell in it. And see, that's where a lot of the problems come in with the African Americans sharing it, is because we was taught not to dwell in it. You know what I'm saying? So we was taught basically as coming up as a child, we ain't got no business fooling with that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where a lot of the not telling your stories come from. Yeah. And that's what makes it hard now. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's a good point.
Right.
I think the world would accept it. I think the world would accept it. It's just that we know. We know.
But if you sit back and think about it, though, it's all starting to come out, though.
Yeah,
it is.
Because it's not as fast as we'd like, but it's starting to all come out. Like if you go back a little bit, I can't remember the name of the movies, but especially like the Louisiana stuff, it's starting to come out in movies. It's slowly starting to get out. If you watch over the next few years, our ghost stories and our voodoo and hoodoo and all that stuff, it's coming out. It's getting out there because the problem with Hollywood is everything's too consistent. Everything's the same. If you think about it, it's almost like a heartbeat. It's just everything's the same. So they're running out of things. That's why so many movies are getting remade. That's why there's 10 million Friday the 13th. There's 10 million Freddy Krueger. There's Michael. How many times Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers going to die? So now they need a new story. So let's dabble into this. Maybe we need to re-look at some of this stuff. So if you pay close attention and go back, these African stories are starting to come out more now, and it'll start coming out. You just got to they got to kind of slowly introduce it, especially if you look at the politics and the things that are going on in the world. They can't just all throw it out at once because then somebody's going to complain about it. So they got to kind of ease it out there. You see who's going to bite, see who's going to be interested. You can't throw it out like The Conjuring, because if they throw our story out like The Conjuring, then it's going to be a problem. So you got to kind of wait a few years, bam, here it is. Wait a couple years, bam. Next thing you know, it's going to start flooding. It'll be all right. I think we'll get there.
Yeah,
but you said something that struck a nerve, and a good nerve. You said that we're always told, don't go fooling around with that. Don't go dabbling around with that. Stay away from that. Mm-hmm. And Terry, you said it years ago. Well, not years, because I ain't known you that long, but you said it around the time I first met you. We're always told as kids, don't go dabbling with that spiritual stuff, that ghost stuff. Don't go over there fooling with that lady. She crazy. She talking all. We're told that all our life. Even now, I got family who be like, man, that lady was always crazy talking about that ghost stuff. Mm-hmm. We're always told that from kids,
right?
On up. But who do we pray to when we pray? You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So we contradict our own selves all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So that's why these open conversations need to be had more often, especially in our community, in order to get that out there.
Mm-hmm. I was lucky enough with my mother's mother, my grandmother on that side. She's from Louisiana. She believed in some old stuff. So I got to hear some stuff growing up So I was prepared for a lot of stuff. It didn't really scare me because I'm like, oh, okay. They're this is what happens when we go, or this is around us all the time. And I don't know how much she was telling me true or not, but she was old school. So, and there's been a few times something would come out, and sometimes when rest her soul, when she was alive, I watched some stuff with her, and she let me know. I was getting education while we were watching it. She'd be like, "Yeah, that's true. That's not true. That's entertainment." Blah blah blah. But like you said, every once in a while, something to come out on our story. But with that, when it comes out, they always have somebody else that's the lead in that story, and it's never us. Until what is his name? Key and Peele. I don't know which one is which. When he started making his movies, our stories, really, like the movie Nope. Everybody, it's funny. The word Nope. That's how we are. Like, we ain't walking up there if something going on. Like, nope, we turn around. But I hope he can grab some more stuff and start and tell our stories some more, because he puts us out there, and that lead role is not somebody else, it's us. And those other movies or shows that came out that had us in it, there was always somebody else who was the lead telling that story, and that's what we got to get away from. I believe
I remember
it's got to be this.
I remember one movie. Actually, it came out around the same time The Exorcist came out. It was actually the first black movie I'd seen. It was called Abby. It was called Abby, and it was the possession movie.
I remember that.
And they ended up getting sued by the filmmakers who did The Exorcist.
Really?
Yeah, and that was the first actually horror movie that I ever seen that it was all black actors in. And I can't tell you who the actors were, but it was called Abby.
I remember that.
Yeah. And that matter of fact, that movie, it didn't stay in the box office too long because they ended up getting sued. But that was the first one that I can remember. Yeah.
Blackula for me. My dad, he made me sit down and watch.
Mama Waldy.
Y'all remember that?
Mama Waldy. Oh, I was blacking for Halloween.
Well,
I still watch that to this day, man.
The people,
it's like watching that.
the people under the stairs was mine. I don't know if y'all remember that movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was in Detroit? Was it Detroit or Chicago that was based in?
Oh, Detroit, wasn't it?
What, the people under the stairs?
Yeah.
I don't know, but goddamn,
crazy, man.
What's the name? Got messed up in that movie, didn't it? Ben Rames. He could have used his boxing skills on that movie, but he got his butt toe up.
That was crazy, man. Those two people who living in that house, they were nuts.
Something wrong with them, man.
You see how the community deal at the end came up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to show my daughter that tonight.
What, the people under the stairs?
Classic.
My daughter's a horror movie buff, man. That's all we watch on the weekends, horror movies.
That's what's up. That's all I watch, man. That and ghost stuff I'm watching. Or medical stuff. I like seeing all that.
She's been paranormal. She's been investigating with me since she was 8. She's 16 now. So yep. She came to me and said, Dad, she had that phone app and said, I want to start talking to ghosts like you do. Yep.
That's what's up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
No, I got my daughter that's in it. My oldest daughter, she's in the paranormal. Like I said, she can see the paranormal, whether ghosts and stuff. She we took on two ghost hunt. Well, actually, one was pretty much an explorer because we didn't really ghost hunt, and the other one we went to my son's grave and talked to him. But yeah, she's 30 now, I think. I got so many kids, I forgot how old they are. But I just got 7. I'm just playing.
Hey,
But
that's a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
In the house.
Yeah. But yeah, she's really matter of fact, she is my only child to even watch our videos. The other ones don't. But she's really into it. That's all she watches, scary movies. She stays in Jacksonville. She stays in Jacksonville though.
Now, Mike, a lot of people criticize a lot of people about taking kids on an investigation because they're not as open-minded. Well, a lot of kids are open-minded. A lot of kids think that spirits can attack them because they're not physically able to handle what the spirits bring to the table compared to an adult. So what do you say to people out there that would criticize you for doing that?
Well, first of all, this is my opinion. First of all, how often do you hear of a spirit attacking a child? You don't hear about it. The only thing you hear is that spirit trying to communicate with that child. So my thing is, me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? I took my 2 youngest daughters with us on a ghost hunt one time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they're 14 and 12. You know, so me personally, if a spirit is going to mess with a child, it's going to do it regardless.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, I personally don't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
No.
Hey man, at 14, man, I remember me and my friends, we were trying to find stuff. So,
right.
You know, and hey, some of the places we live in, they're gonna see worse.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
People don't understand that they're gonna have something to say, but
well, you know,
we see some stuff.
People just gonna have something to say regardless. You know, if it's good or bad, they always gonna have something to say. That's just people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a question to get you hurt, man. You questioning my parenting at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
I tell them, hey, tread lightly on these questions.
Yeah. Back in the day, that wasn't done. That wasn't done in the 80s, man.
Yeah. Tread lightly.
Yeah, right. Now, Mike, you just mentioned that your experience that you just had with this spirit just said. How did that affect you mentally when a couple of days later after you experienced that?
Well, mentally, even now, I'm still it's kind of like unbelievable because, but number one, I wasn't expecting it. You know, I always said I wanted to experience something, but I didn't want to experience it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff we don't call is pretty much been on film. So to have it, you know, to just appear to you in the natural flesh, you know what I'm saying, is crazy. You know, after that night, I think the night after that, I had a golly, I can't remember the name of it, but I was like paralyzed and couldn't move, couldn't scream. You know what I'm saying? I tried to wake up, tried to get her attention, but my girlfriend's attention, tried to get that, and I couldn't do nothing. And I finally came up out of it, and I actually did a short video, and we put it up on YouTube. But since that, you know, I kind of feel at ease now. At first, I was terrified, bro. I was to the point, like I said, I didn't even think I want to do this anymore. But I realized, you know what? This is my passion. This is what I love to do.
Okay.
I'm actually thinking we're gonna go back because I want to face this thing head on. You know what I'm saying? But this time, I'm gonna do it different than not having video because, like I said, my girlfriend, she usually do all the video and I'm in front of her. And that I'm glad that night. I'm glad she wasn't behind me because I probably would have ran her over. It scared me just that bad.
Right.
It scared me just that bad, and I probably would have ran her over. So I'm glad she wasn't behind me because her. I don't know if you guys know Joey CTV, but him and her. I had left them and walked off, and I was doing that pretty much the whole night, just walking off from them. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, I'm glad she wasn't behind me because, like I said, I would have ran her over. It was. I was terrified, bro.
Okay.
And I was, but after that, as the time and days went on, now here at the house, we think some of them followed us, but it's always, I think it's always been here. You know what I'm saying? But it's you just see it out the corner of your eye every now and then, and she's seen it outside. Actually, she's more time. No, because the lady, remember the lady that walked across the window that you seen? You thought it was your daughter? Yeah, so we have seen it a couple times here.
My question, can I ask
Don't
you?
be ignorant, lady. See what I got to go through?
Can I ask you guys a question? Because we all do paranormal investigations, go out to different abandoned locations, random spots.
Mm-hmm.
How frequently you guys go, but do you ever? What do you do in the sense of like cleansing yourself or protecting yourself?
Okay. G, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, before I leave my house, I'm shoes are off. I'm in the backyard, asking for protection, feet on the earth, grounding myself, making sure my physical, my mental, my spiritual is good to go.
Right.
And then I go there and I respect whatever's there. And then I'll ask that it not follow me. I go, once I get to myself, hey, thanks for whatever, but you can't come with me. And then before I walk in this house, I'm grounding again, trying to get negative energy out of me or attached to me. I don't think I've ever brought anything home. There's been a few places. I'm in the military, so I moved around. There's been a few places where we had somebody. I always joke around like they rolled in and said "What's up" and left. We had one place where we would see it all the time, but I don't think that was just somebody hanging out. It was just I forget what they call it, but they're on a loop. They're on a loop.
Residual.
Residual.
Yeah.
I think we had a residual there. But yeah, I'm grounded. I always every night I burn 2 tea lights. Behind me you can't see it because I got the screen there, but I have my little ancestor thing. I got my grandmother's up there. Talk to them, try to get some guidance, and I burn my 2 tea lights for the house every night. Just try to keep positivity, in my space. And I don't think I've ever come across anything negative anyway, so I wasn't really worried about it. But they may try to attach and oh, that guy's cool, let's go hang out with him. Nah, man, I don't need to be woken up. You wake me up, I'm gonna be mad, and you're gonna have to go. So, but yeah, that's really all I do is just ground myself and try to dump, not even just where whatever investigation it is, but just the day. Every day I'm doing it. Even if I'm just sitting here, I'm grounding myself and dumping the energy, the negative, trying to get rid of the negative, and it seems to work for me. I guess if I do run into something that is very negative, I may have to do something else. But right now, it seems to work for me. So that's all I do.
I believe in the power of prayer. I believe that a lot of stuff we deal with is psychological, mental energy. So I believe that as long as I wear a silver cross, you're military guy, so you understand what the silver cross means.
Oh, yeah.
So silver, definitely strength. I do believe in crystals as well. So I carry a pouch of crystals with me on every investigation. Mental grounding. I do believe that mental strength is very powerful on investigations. Mentally, if you're weak, and we all have a moment of weakness. Me as a man can admit that, God, if I'm having a bad week or bad time mentally, it will affect investigations. So I spend a lot of time trying to get my mental strength prepared for an investigation. There's many times during investigation I step outside, just breathe for a minute. Breathing is a big part of preparing for an investigation as well. But mental grounding, mental strength, mental preparedness is a big thing. Prayer is a big thing. I pray before and after investigations. Big part of it. If you're dealing with something negative, there's also a thing of walking away. Some people don't know when to stop, when to walk away. A lot of people won't admit that some things are too much for you. Have I had to walk away? We've had to take a 15-minute break during the investigation before. If things are getting overwhelming, stop. And it doesn't have to be you. It could be you're with a team and you see that things are getting out of hand, stop. And somebody has to take that leadership, whether you're a team leader or not. Hey, y'all, let's take a few minutes and step away. That's a huge part of investigating, but nobody wants to do that. I don't care how good the evidence is. It's not worth the danger that, because you don't know what you're dealing with. A lot of people think you're dealing with something nice and the evidence is good, so everybody wants to keep going. You have to step away. If you look, you have to be aware of your surroundings. So I tell people all the time, mental preparedness, be aware of your surroundings at all times. If things are getting overwhelming, out of hand, you look and see your partner is mentally drained, tired, fatigued. People are getting irritable. It's cool to step out, tell the team, hey, we're going to all step outside, get away for a few minutes. That's a huge thing. It's just taking that break. Sometimes we'll be investigating for hours and nobody will step away. And next thing you know it, people are at each other's throat for no reason. Like, wait a minute, stop, and I've seen it before in investigations. So mental preparedness, prayer, I'll always throw that out there, no matter what your religion, what your belief is. Pray to whatever God that you believe in. I so happen to be Southern Baptist, so I pray to my Jesus. And I always say whatever God you believe in, because religion's such a touchy subject in the world nowadays. So whatever God you believe in, pray to him, ground yourself. That's just me.
Yeah, I think listening to you guys, as I sit here and think about it, I haven't been mentally sound for a minute, going through a lot of different emotions, with deaths and jobs and all that type of stuff. So I kind of think, maybe that could have been my issue too. You know what I'm saying? Not being mentally prepared to really be out here doing this ghost hunting thing. You know what I'm saying? And that could have been why I faced what I faced last Sunday. You know what I mean? Not being mental, and
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Not being mental. You know what I'm saying? So as I see and think, I listen to you guys, and that's what came back to me. You know what I mean? So, listening to different people like Adrena, this I call her my mentor, Miss CG, Miss CG. Yeah, Miss CG. Yeah, Miss CG, and that's all they preach to me is positive. Just think positive all the time. You know what I'm saying? And the last, I literally have to say, since probably August, man, I just been down pretty much. Just pretty much down. Ain't really being myself, trying to be myself, but just ain't been able to. You know what I'm saying? And just thinking about what you guys saying, I think that route is what I need to try to turn to make myself a more positive person before I continue to try to do these ghost hunts. Because all I'm doing is just opening myself up for that negative stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, two things, you always got your lady there with you. Another thing, you can feel free to reach out to me. Sure, T and Terry, you can reach out. But I know you don't know me. Sometimes it helps to talk to a stranger. You can always reach out to me. But I will tell you that any kind of energy is huge in our field, and that's just a belief. I don't know it all. I don't claim to have every answer, but what we deal with is, and I believe, is energy. So energy will prey on a weak, and when we're mentally weak, we will absorb other energy. So if we're weak and things are negative, we're going to pick up negative. It works hand in hand. I go through things. If I'll give you a case in point. I've had a weak moment. Negative things were going on during the week. I took on an investigation. Courtney and I butted heads during the investigation, and the whole night was just negative because of me having a bad week. I didn't properly ground myself like I should, and we butted heads during the investigation, and the whole investigation was terrible after that. And that was my fault because I didn't ground myself like I should, and the headbutting we had was so stupid and minor that we had a whole negative investigation because of that. And we weren't at each other's.
Alexa, turn on lamp.
Oh, we weren't at each other's throat or nothing. It was just, for some reason, whatever entity that was there was forcing her voice to irritate me the whole night. And I don't know why. It was just whatever that was there. Every time she said something, just irritated me. And that's not even like me. It'll happen if I'm not properly grounded, and I recognize that. And so that point forward, I realized that I have to be completely grounded during the investigation, or it'll attack me in that way.
Right.
So mental preparedness and grounding yourself is big. But if you're going through a lot and you need somebody to reach out to, I will offer my hand to anybody who needs somebody. Hey, hit me up. Say, I know you don't know me, but this is what I'm going through. I just need to vent. And, we're here for you to do that, just to throw that out there.
Yeah, I second like what Sean said, man. When you talk to somebody, I mean, you can reach out. I wanted to touch on another point Sean was saying, like, if it's going a little too hard, you got to pull back. I remember an investigator who was feeling it, and it was like, hey, just if you're feeling it, step away. But then they were told, no, you need to be there. And I think that could affect the rest of us too. If they start having a bad experience, it's going to make us have a bad experience. But besides me having a bad experience, this person is struggling through something. Why would you make them stay there? You know what I mean? I pulled him aside and told him, hey, nah, if you're feeling something and you're feeling negative, get out of there. Get your butt out of there.
Nobody's go ahead. I mean, nobody's mental or physical health is worth an investigation.
It's not worth it. You can come back. It's not worth it at all.
It's not worth it.
And don't ever let anybody make you, like, for people who are watching, and especially if you're new, do not let anybody make you think that you're weak because you walk away.
Nah.
You have to take a break. To me, that's strength, because you recognize, okay, I ain't myself right now, and this may be too tough. Let me step away, and you can come back later if you want to. I've walked out of places, get myself together, go back in and have a great investigation.
Yep.
So I just wanted to touch on that because I've seen that happen, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like, and then I won't go too much into it, but then you have a person who's like that, who says stuff like that, and then run out of the place.
Yep.
When something happens, and it's
like the first one to run out.
Yeah, you had that experience, and I agree with you. You should leave if you feel a certain way, but don't tell anybody else they need to stay there. It's protect yourself, and when you're not right.
Yeah, you know when you're not right. Your body, your body speaks to you all the time, dude.
Yeah.
That's just like that's just like if you need to go to the hospital, the first thing your body is going to tell you need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So, if you feel some type of way, just walk away, bro, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. You live to fight another day.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But this conversation though helped you realize, oh dang, maybe that's what it was. And so that's why I love podcasts, because that's why I have my podcast. I learn by talking more than anything. Some people are arrogant and have podcasts for fame or for numbers. I get on podcasts because I learn. Even tonight, just hearing people talk. So hopefully, for the future, if you're having a bad week, or maybe that'll be the time where you say, "Hey, I'm gonna take 5, step outside, get some fresh air." It does miracles, and it does it for me. There's times I'm a pretty strong dude. I was prior military as well, and as strong as I am, and the stuff I've been through, there's times where I need to break down for a minute and step outside and just breathe for a minute, and and I'll go back in, and everything's smooth sailing from there. Negative energy will feed on negative energy. It will literally look for that negative. If everybody's in the group smiling and laughing, they'll find that one person who's kind of looking off to the side for a minute. I'm telling you, that's how it works.
Yeah.
All it takes is one person to look to the right.
Yeah.
That's the way I was tonight. I was looking off, especially with the house we went to before we went to the last house. But I didn't really think nothing of it at the time. So I just was looking forward to just doing the video. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then after that, that Sunday I had that situation, and then my god brother ended up passing away Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, was that a sign? You know what I mean? Because that day he passed away, I had him on my mind all day to go see him, and or call him, but I never got around to it. Then I got a call 2:30 that morning that he just passed away from a heart attack, pretty much. So it's just one thing after another. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like.
I think that's what not hinders him, but that's what affects him a lot. Because he lost a friend back in September, and he was there to actually witness the accident. So for him to be there and for them to be so close, seems like ever since that incident, it really affected Mike. But and I told him I didn't really think anything of it until he did see whatever it is that he saw. But like you said, I feel like whatever that was, it feeds off the negative energy that he's putting out, and yet they can sense that he's not mentally, he's not in a good place. So
you're not whole. You don't have yourself whole yet with that situation, and
maybe my best advice to you, Mike, and I'm being honest with you, stay away for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Take a break.
Take a break.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Stay away for a while.
Your mental is everything, man. To me, it's more than physical. Like Sean, he's been in the military. I'm about to retire from the military, but I'm in the medical field too. I've seen some stuff.
Me too.
And sometimes you got to take a break. You have to take a break from what you're doing. It's fun. It's exciting. Right. It keeps you going, but you got to pull yourself back from that sometimes. And like people like us, Sean, I'm sure he can attest to it. We got this macho thing, men and women. We got this thing about us where, we don't walk around saying we're heroes. We don't like hearing that, really. The people I know, we don't like hearing somebody call us a hero.
Not at all.
Have that mentality. We have that mentality where we got to go get it. We got to attack it. Nothing can bother me. And I've seen some brothers and sisters go down because it doesn't matter what your physical is up here and here. It'll touch you, and you got to back down sometimes. Just be like, you know what?
Yeah,
it's gonna be there when I'm good. When I'm right, it's gonna be there when I'm right.
You just got to hit that reset button, dude. Hit that reset button, and you know what? Hit it as many at times as you need to.
Yep, and as long as you need to,
if you think it's not right, hit it again.
Yeah, yep.
If you think it's not right, hit it
The
again.
thing is, we all been there.
Yeah.
Trust me. I've been there, dude. I was there today. You know, I was there today. You know, I'm there every. Hey, believe what you feel. I feel every month. Every time I go out to my wife's grave and change the flowers out there, I do it every month. And every time I go out there, emotions run deep. It runs deep, and it run. Hey, 35, 30, 34 years, you can't help but feel a certain way. Dude, I sat on my recliner and just fucking cried when I got back because I felt like it should have been me instead of her.
Yep.
But God put me here for a reason, so I gotta go down the path that He want me to go down. And if I gotta keep hitting that reset button every time to do so, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The simple fact is, I got people that need me. Your wife needs you. Your kids need you. So you got to keep hitting that button and reset yourself as much as you need to, bro. And trust me, you got my number. All you got to do is pick up the phone. I'm there. I'm answering. That's all you got to do. But sometimes I feel like some of the most person you can talk to, and you guys might not agree with me, but the best person I talk to is my inner self, because only my inner self can understand what I'm going through, because I have not related this to anybody else. So I'm sitting down on the bench or in my chair and I'm just, thinking to myself, and, that kind of helps. That kind of makes me feel a little bit better. People think I'm nuts, but if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. That only way you're going to figure things out is if you just try to put everything into perspective, so where only you can understand it. Hey, you got a good woman. Sit her down. Try to explain things to her. And like Sean said, men might not always come to and need, and ask for help and want to talk to us, because we're men. That's what we do. We got to figure things out on our own.
Especially black men.
Yeah, especially black men.
We tend to hold it.
Yeah, we hold a lot of shit.
Yeah.
We hold a lot of stuff in, and trust me, a lot of stuff that it might be silly, but it means the world to us.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So always here, bro. Always.
I appreciate it.
I would take maybe 2-3 months off. Hit that reset button as much as you need. Your body will let you know when you're ready to get back out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what I went through at the beginning of the year, I have not investigated since, because I feel like my body is not ready to go through that yet. Trust me, I was in the hospital for a week. I lost over 30 pounds. I had things in me. I've experienced things in the hospital a man should not experience. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It's some barbaric. In 2025, the hospital is still doing barbaric shit to men that we shouldn't even have to go through, but we still got to go through to be able to do what we need to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I had a catheter into me. And dude, that is some shit that a man should not fucking go through.
I've been through it.
That shit is barbaric.
It is,
man.
That shit fucking hurts.
It ain't fun.
And then the motherfucker,
I've been there.
On your way, and then when they come to take it out, they'll tell you it's gonna pinch. It's a pinch. It's not gonna hurt.
No damn pinch.
You gotta realize there's a fucking balloon in you. There is a balloon in you. And when they pull it out, and then they wanted me to pee. I'm like,
Ain't enough lube. Ain't enough lube, bro. As soon as they go in, it's woo.
And then I'm like, woman, I got all this pain and you want me to pee? Fuck your pants. No.
I'm about to kill you.
I'm going to kill you because you lied to me. You told me this was not going to hurt.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
Thank God I never
pinch for who?
Just a damn pinch. A pinch. A pinch is
a pinch.
No. I'm still feeling the after effects from that. I still get the stinging every now and then. And that shit, dude, that is a life-changing moment.
You know what?
That's trauma. That's trauma, bro. That is trauma.
Nobody mess with your ta-ta. No, that's not even, no.
I guess
that's trauma, bro.
I'm telling you, dude, there's other ways of achieving this. It has to be.
Got to be, yeah.
As far as medicine, that's the only way they can figure that out.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta put a cat. Hey, put a tube in my bladder and just let it run out. Let it run out from there. Don't put that shit in my tata again. I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna let. Now I know what babies feel like when they get circumcised. Ain't gonna happen. And, you know, dude. So it's so much that a man can take. That dude, but what I'm saying is, you need somebody to talk to. Just so happened is when I was going through that, I just want to pen slap the nurse right upside the damn head and just say, hey, you know, you lied to me. And dude, like I say, I'm still feeling the after. That's why my spiritual advisor says, no, Terry, do not go on any investigations until you are completely freaking healed. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I don't know if my tata will ever be right.
Hey, Terry's retired.
I'm telling you, dude. I feel like I lost my manhood. You know what I'm saying? I really do. You know, people say that words, you can lose your manhood by a woman saying certain words to you, or she disrespecting you. No. You put that balloon in your ass, you definitely gonna lose your manhood. I'm telling you.
Real quick.
I can imagine
Real quick. Real quick.
Balloon in your ass.
I'm not too happy about that, dude. You know, it's not, to me, I
don't blame you. I don't blame you.
All right, new subject now, because mine's starting to hurt thinking about it.
Yeah, man. I'm like sitting here like, damn, a balloon in your ass.
I remember that.
You ain't trying to smoke. You ain't trying to smoke or nothing. You shouldn't have it up there. You got a balloon in your ass.
Yeah, dude, that shit ain't no joke, bro.
Nah, man, that ain't no joke. Nah.
Then I had to walk around with the bag.
Oh no, I ain't had to do that. No.
I mean, I had to walk around with it. I had to clip it to the side.
I've worked on people and seen people who had to do that. Yeah, you feel for them because it ain't fun, man.
No, man. You can't. You got to get up and pee by a certain time. If not, your bag is gonna pop because you steady running. I'm like, oh my god, dude, come on, man.
And then if that bag, if that urine in there is brown or whatever, you like, man, you in for it's gonna suck because it shouldn't be that color. Should not be that color. You know they're in bad shape, and you know they're in bad shape, and they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to deal.
You got to deal with it, but look, see, what I'm saying is everybody has their trials and tribulations. Everybody just got to go through it and figure things out, and in the long run, things will be okay. You know what I'm saying? Hell. I don't give a damn. You can put a catheter down my throat, but you ain't putting there no more. I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? But Mike, keep your head up, bro. I mean, chin up. Chin up. 100. There you go. You know, do what you do, dog.
He probably feels a little better just hearing you having a balloon in your ass.
Actually, I'm trying not to visualize it. That's what I'm trying not to do.
I'll tell you what, you better take care of your bladder, drink the right thing, drink plenty of water.
Yes, sir.
And I know, see, and the thing about men, they get men like us, they don't tell us all the bad parts of getting older.
Yeah.
They's like, oh man, you get your senior citizen discount, but they don't talk about all the other medical issues that come with getting older.
And we have our certain stuff.
Yeah.
I had a nurse tell me one time just to get a job, and I'm sitting there talking to her, the HR director, and she straight up told me, she was like, you being black, your age, you got this is going to be going on. And I'm like, oh yeah, yes ma'am, I knew that. And she's like, take care of it. I was like, yes ma'am. It's like we got some stuff that we have, like every different type of people, they have their own stuff they have to deal with, but we got some stuff that'll put us down.
I'll tell you what, dude. When that whole situation was going on with my bladder and I wasn't able to pee, I also was constipated.
Oh no,
bro!
That hurts.
They gave me something out of a bottle. I don't know what it was, boy, but it beats the hell out of castor oil. If y'all remember castor oil, it was, Mike, I took it for 3 fucking days straight. And man, the third day, I must have shit it for an hour.
That's how you lost 30 pounds.
Woo, I lost that 30 pounds because of all the fluids that I had in me. Yeah. All that water.
Dang.
Demons was coming out, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what happened to my brother. He was holding fluid. They couldn't figure out why he was holding fluid.
Yeah. And they give you these fluoxamine pills that make you pee. Boy. Hey, I tell you today, I was going out to visit my wife, and I must have stopped and used the bathroom about 3 times because I'm steady peeing. And those water pills, I don't care what people say, them boogers work.
Yeah.
They will get you where you need to be. Trust me. If you bloated, you won't be in an hour or so. Because that dam is gonna open up and you're gonna whoosh. You're gonna be blown big time.
Oh yeah.
Sean, what was that? You remember what they used to do in the military? You had that, I don't think it was called a Z-Pack. Z-Pack's a new thing.
Yeah.
The bullet.
Yeah.
You remember that? Man.
What got me was MEPS.
Yeah. The bullet.
They got me at MEPS. I didn't know they was gonna do that.
Yeah. I hate those water.
I didn't know they was gonna check my oil.
Yeah.
Man,
I was partying all night at MEPS up in Richmond. I didn't know they was gonna get me. I didn't know they was gonna check my oil. They got my ass good. I ain't gonna lie. I started to be like, how I get out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they don't do it. Thankfully, they don't do it no more.
Are you serious?
God, they found some other stuff they could do where they ain't got to do it. But I remember that. I remember the bullet. I came in 95.
Oh, okay. You a little older than me then.
So
I remember the bullet.
So Mike and Drea, where do you guys? I mean, because I look on your YouTube all the time, dude. You guys be finding these unbelievable locations. Who's doing the research?
I'm pretty good at finding places.
What's y'all's YouTube?
Drina and Mike's Paranormal Adventures.
Yeah, I've watched it before. When I saw y'all's names, I was like, I know them.
But one thing about you guys are so hard to get in contact with.
You guys
You
are
guys
in
are so
Florida?
busy because I've had a couple of teams out of Florida that wanted to do collabs with you guys, and they always say, "Well, they don't answer their phone. They don't answer their phone." I'm like, "Well, hell, keep trying."
What they probably need to do is text me because I don't answer numbers I don't know.
Right.
Oh, see, that's
yeah. If they,
That's the thing they
Yeah.
don't know about us. If we don't know who's calling, we ain't in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We ain't
Yes.
answering.
So if they
Somebody
text
might-
me, if they text
somebody
me
might
first,
be
then
asking
I
something.
talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of bill collectors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't answer.
Yeah.
I don't answer either.
Yeah, I
See?
don't know who that is. I ain't answering that, man.
Yeah.
They might want something.
But they definitely do. I mean, I can fingers, toes. I can count how many teams have tried to reach out to you guys, and they call me back and like I can't get a hold of them. And I'm like, well, let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, just tell them to text us. If they text us, I respond to the text and get back with them. Yeah.
Where are you guys? Where
We
you guys
love to
out of in
collab with
Florida?
anybody.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where you out of in Florida?
Bradenton.
Bradenton. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
around the
I'm
Tampa
down
Bay
in,
area.
all right. Yeah, I'm down in Port St. Lucie. Yeah, if I'm up there again, I'll definitely hit y'all up.
You in Florida?
Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, I'm in Port St. Lucie.
Okay, on the East Coast. Okay. We used to go over
Yeah.
there fishing all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
I got a spot. I got a spot at the Coast Guard base in Fort Pierce.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Pretty good.
You must run the whole state of Florida.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't mind going
Yeah, we go anywhere in the state of
everywhere.
Florida.
Yeah, I've watched y'all's videos before, and because I saw y'all, and I was like, "Oh, damn! All right, yeah, look like me."
is that saltwater y'all fishing from?
Yeah.
I do both. Mostly saltwater for me, but I mean, I've done some deep sea and
You like saltwater?
I've never done salt. I've never ate saltwater fish before.
What?
You never ate saltwater?
Man.
I never ate shark or tuna or
man.
I'm more of a catfish. I'm more of a catfish guy down here.
Yeah, I love some catfish.
I used to.
It's good, right?
But
I
man,
used to love catfish, but not no more. I ate it so much as coming up as a child. I don't even like the taste of it anymore.
yeah, I love the blackened catfish. Man. But I mean,
No,
I grew up in Maryland. I grew up in Southern Maryland, like Ocean City. So I was always near seafood, blue crabs, stuff like that. But man, you missing out on the mahi.
Is cod considered a saltwater fish? I think cod's a saltwater fish, ain't it?
Yeah, it's up north, man. You can get them up north,
it's up Alaska area.
Well, I'm pretty sure if everybody's been to not Long John Silver, what is that restaurant who served the cod? They call it the old folks restaurant. They closed them all. They closed all of them except for one down here. Luby's. Y'all got Luby's over there?
No, we don't have one of those.
I never heard of it in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luby's is the old folks restaurant. They got good food. Senior citizens discount.
Man,
But
Terry,
yeah,
we got to get you on some red snapper, some.
Yeah. Oh
man,
my God.
you missing out. You missing out, bro. Like I'm telling you, that saltwater got some fish out there, man.
Hey, T, I'm good, man. I've been hanging around those Chinese food places, and I've seen all the food that they be cooking out of there. I'm like, no.
And he said their food was too bland at the Luby's place.
Oh well, I don't know what Luby you went to, but shit, that macaroni and cheese is off chain, and that cod, and the baked chicken. I like the baked chicken too. That's why they call it the old food restaurant, because the food is bland. It's for old people.
It's for old people, yeah. Low sodium.
I gotta have some flavor, baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. Gotta shake.
Yeah, man.
I like a little. I love flavor, especially if I'm, Just to let you people know, because Mike, I know you brought this up earlier. You know, you said you're barbecuing, but there's only one Rib King in the state in the country, and that's me.
You think so?
Oh. There's only one Rib King, and that's me.
You're down in Texas too, right?
Damn right.
So that
only one. I don't know anybody from Florida that can cook good ribs. I mean, do y'all got any restaurants?
A whole lot of them.
I've never heard of them. Tell me one. Tell me one famous one.
One famous one.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I took my own barbecue, so I ain't got no.
I got one in my backyard.
Exactly. And you know what?
Get to work.
I flavor it the way I want it. I season it the way I want to season it. You know what I mean? So
turn that smoke around, get to work.
Exactly.
Well, I tell you what. This might be a call out here. I might be calling you out, Mike.
You think so?
Oh.
I might be calling you out on that.
Okay. What kind of barbecue you be doing? What you use?
We're gonna have to do a summit. We're gonna have to do a summit somewhere.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And then the barbecue start.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. In order for this to happen, you all gotta come to Texas.
We gotta go to this.
Wait a minute. Why is Sean so quiet?
Sean is gonna show up with a plate. I'm listening to y'all talk. I'm gonna show up with a plate.
Hey, as long as y'all ain't putting raisins in your coleslaw, I'll be there.
Wait. Who eats coleslaw?
Hey, there's some people out there. I ain't gonna say who they are.
Yeah, you don't put raisins.
They like to put raisins in the coleslaw. Damn.
Man, that's a northern thing, bro. That is a Wisconsin. That's a northern thing. That's a Montana.
Oh no,
Michigan.
No, it is a northern thing, but it's a certain type of northern people. They like to put that stuff in there.
I'm from the South. I don't eat no coleslaw.
I don't eat no coleslaw either.
The only way I eat it if it's got vinegar in it. I don't like that mayonnaise stuff. We will put that vinegar in it.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I put that vinegar in it. The coleslaw.
Vinegar in coleslaw?
Huh?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put vinegar in the coleslaw.
Yeah, the apple cider, man. Man.
I've never heard of that.
Apple cider vinegar lower your blood pressure. See, we got that blood.
Worrying about your blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
A good slap of ribs will lower your blood pressure.
Put a little vinegar in it, lower your blood pressure. you ain't gotta take none of that lisinopril.
It's good for your heart.
Lisinopril, off that amlodipine. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you guys a question real quick.
I work in the medical field too, brother.
I want to ask you guys a question real quick. I'm gonna start with Sean. What's the most terrifying thing you ever experienced doing ghost hunting?
All right, so we host here in Lynchburg at Old City Cemetery. Again, I don't know if you were in here, and I was talking about we're the oldest cemetery in Virginia, but that we got some pretty good stuff there. But we also host events at the place in Gettysburg called Rainworth, the historic Rainworth Lodge, and we were hosting an event there about maybe 3 months ago, and I guess visually I've only seen one apparition manifest in front of me, and that wasn't scary. It was my aunt. She passed away, and I seen her standing there like just as a person, just nothing see through like you see in the movies, and she was just standing there. So that didn't scare me, but it was my daughter, Courtney. We were all waiting on a couple more people to show up to help us host. So the night before, we decided to just cut on Netflix and find a movie and just hang out in the lodge. The lodge is 300 years old. It was a cabin that some actor bought and built a house around the cabin. We were just watching Netflix, trying to enjoy the night, no investigating. And the upstairs door starts violently shaking, like somebody was trying to open it. So I just kind of looked up there like, do I really want to do this? But then I was like, okay, what's the science behind this? Like, why is it doing that? Then I was like, all right, I ain't gonna pay it no mind. So we kept watching the movie. Then all of a sudden, the couch that Courtney was sitting on, all of a sudden you hear a loud crash and the couch shifts backwards. And I'm like, okay, this is poltergeist. All right, cool. Then all of a sudden, the door starts violently shaking, but this time you see the handle turning as if somebody was trying to open it. And I'm looking at it. So that at this point, you know, I'm wearing my work shirt now, so I keep a recording at all times.
Oh, wow.
And I said, who's in here? That's all I can say. All I can think of is who's in here. And the word, I don't know, we on the podcast, so the N word comes across it. Clear as day, like no whisper, is N word comes. I said, interesting. You want me to come upstairs? It said no. I said, all right, I'm coming upstairs. So I go upstairs, door stops shaking. Come sit back downstairs, door starts shaking. At this point, I wouldn't say I'm terrified because I don't really get scared, but at that point I started questioning, am I really built for this or not? Because I've had things happen in the field, but I've never seen a door violently shake like, I mean, this won't no little handle turn. I mean, the door was like if somebody was up there trying to get in. At that point, I was really questioning, am I built for this or not? So I mean, it's not a great ghost story, but at that point I was really wondering, like, I never seen nothing like that happen. I mean, I know people got better stories than that, but that's probably the realest thing I've seen happen. Like, okay, this is physical now. The doors are shaking, handles turning. That's the realest thing I've seen happen to me. And then one time I got pushed. You know, I was coming out of a hotel in Gettysburg that's right beside the Jenny Wade house, and I physically felt hands on my back push me, and it pushed me. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'2", 380 pounds. And it pushed me to where I fell on the ground. Yeah, so to push me, like I was also a defensive end, and I was also a linebacker. So to push me down on the ground, you gotta be a pretty strong guy to do that. And for that to happen, those are the two times where I kind of question what am I doing here kind of thing. So that's not a great ghost story, but that's two times where I was actually wondering if I'm built to be an investigator.
Okay. What about you, T?
So I got one story before I investigated, and then another one. It was a recent investigation. So the first one, I was 18 or 19. I was at my first unit in Baltimore, and I went home for the weekend and came back late. I mean, late driving back. So I was tired because you don't want to leave your friends and family. First unit, brand new, you losing your mind. But going back up to Baltimore, going over the Bay Bridge, and by the time I got to the Bay Bridge, I was falling asleep in the car. Very dangerous. And I zoned out, woke up, you hit those rumbles on the road. I woke up and I looked in my rear view mirror and I saw a girl and a boy in the back seat looking at me.
Ooh.
And it looked like they had been in water forever. So I don't know if I was still dreaming or not, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that scared the shit out of me. I was awake the rest of the drive. That
I bet you were.
I don't know. I don't know if I was still asleep when I saw it. I was awake after I saw it. I was awake for the whole ride.
I can imagine.
Now, investigating, I've never been scared, been startled, but back in, was it November? End of November, beginning of December, was at the old Hamilton jail up in Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the investigators decided, the rest of us slept out in the cars. One of the guys decided to sleep in the women's cell. And if you've never been there, the story is, you'll hear footsteps come in and they caress you. You may hear voices. He was laying there. He had his cameras going and everything. He's laying there. And when he played it back later, you can hear it sounds like steps. And it sounds like a female's voice, a young female's voice saying, "Help me." But he said that he heard him. I hope I'm telling it right, what he said, but he heard it and it felt like something caressed him. Then he started hearing screaming, a woman screaming from upstairs where the men's cells were. And it kept getting closer and getting louder. So he freaked out. And I'm in my car, kicked back. I got the Breakfast Club podcast going. I'm out. And then it stops and I wake up and I'm like, what's going on? I hear car doors opening and closing. I'm like, what's going on? I get out. And the lead was like, hey, he said he heard something in there, some screaming. I'm like, what? So we go in there. We're just standing there talking to him. And all of a sudden, we heard the scream. Just scream from upstairs. And we all looked at each other. It was like 2:30 in the morning. We all looked at each other and like, yeah, I think the investigation's over tonight. We weren't ready for that one. And we still had the next day to do, which we got some good evidence in there. The guy who actually tried to sleep there, his wife, like 10:30 in the morning, we got some good evidence for her. But it startled me because we were not ready for that. And you hear a woman screaming like that, no matter where you are, it's just like, whoa, the hair stands up. And I didn't think nothing of that. We had noises and stuff going on, but that scream, and he heard it 3 times. And he got it on his camera, and the scream or whatever. And then I had a camera up there, I had a Phasm camera up there all day, all night. And when I was going back through evidence, I could faintly hear the scream. So that startled me. But which invigorated me because I was like, yeah, this place is pretty active. But I don't know if you guys have been there, but go up in Jasper.
I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
Yeah, that place is legit. The old Hamilton jail. That place is legit.
You say it's in Jasper?
Oh yeah, it's up in Jasper.
Yeah, in Jasper. Yeah, it's legit.
Well, I haven't been there yet.
It's cheap to you rent it out. You rent it out for 2 days, and I think we paid. I think it was like $45 a piece.
Oh, really?
And we had it for 2 days. It's like $45 or $50, somewhere around there. But 2 days, so you had it for 48 hours.
Oh wow,
that's not bad. Pretty active. So we got some stuff in there where I got my shirt pulled in there.
Really?
Evidence and something pulled my shirt. And nothing mean in there. There is a segregated jail, which myself and one of the investigators, he's black. We went up there. We heard a knock, but we didn't get anything. But the other investigators would go sit in that cell and not feel good. So if you ever get a chance, hit that place up.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely got to look into that one.
I might have to hit it up too.
I know that's right. Yeah. What about you, Terry? What happened to you, Scared?
Man, I don't know if you guys ever look at
besides
if you guys ever looked at my TikTok, I posted a video where me and another investigator were in an abandoned nursing home.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
We were on the far end and we heard a noise. So we came up walking and we turned the corner and all we saw was these little eyes. And and they start coming at me. They started coming at us. And I screamed like a little bitch. And just so luckily, the cat, it was a cat that ran through a door and jumped out the window. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude, I just screamed like a little bitch over a cat. And come to find out, on our way out, the same cat with the same yellow eyes was up under the van. And I'm like, dude, we got ourselves a demon cat now. This motherfucker is following us. But that was the only time I've ever been scared of anything, dude. I mean, I've always took things head on, and hell, it is what it is, man. I mean,
I think that I really don't want to experience what I just experienced, man. It was scary, bro.
Oh,
It got up close to you. It got close to you, like right in your face.
Yeah. I mean, it scared me so bad I wanted to cry, bro.
Mm.
I was just that freaking scared, man.
Them cats will get you though, Terry.
Oh yeah, them cats ain't no joke, dog.
Them cats got me in Gettysburg. We was on Suicide Bridge, and I had to take a leak. And Courtney was on the bridge, man. I was in the bushes. It was one of those, you know, when you're taking a leak and you got your head back, it feels so good, and you're like, ah. Some started moving in the bushes.
He peed on himself.
Out of them bushes, Johnson hanging out and everything, scared to death. Scared the hell out of me.
It's all over the place.
And you can tell this cat was feeding on something. This was a fat cat. I mean, this was no stray cat. This cat has some girth on it. I mean, it was big cat. So he probably could have took me down if he wanted to. I mean, I thought it was a damn lion for a minute there.
The cats will get you, man. Courtney laughing at me, talking about something. Man, you scared of damn cat, man? I didn't know no cat was in the bushes. That scared the shit out of me.
Cats are the silent killers, man. Cat will go back to his original roots and stalk, and boy, cats ain't no joke.
Nah, they ain't no joke.
If you die in the house, you got a cat and a dog. The dog will die with you. That cat gonna eat your face.
Yeah.
That cat's like, I ain't starving. And he'll be like, I'll eat you too. He'll look at the dog and be like, I'll eat you too, man.
Eat all you up, man. If a cat, you know what? A cat can basically eat anything.
Yeah. If it can take it down, that's on the menu.
Why you think farmers keep so many around? Because they controls the rodents and the snakes and the scorpions and all that other stuff.
Yeah, if they can take it down, man, they gonna eat it.
Yeah,
they gonna eat it. Just think of that. If you got a cat and you die in the house, you might get your face eaten. They gonna eat it.
Might get your face eaten.
Down to the bone, guys. Down to the bone.
Dog gonna be suffering like I love you, and cat gonna be looking at him. You next.
Yeah. Cats don't look at you like they crazy. Cats be looking up at you like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for your ass to die so I can eat you. The cats be plotting, boy. They be like, oh yeah. I taste all the salt off your skin already.
They'll be purring and stuff. You like, oh, you love me. Nah, man. No, they don't. You probably
they will get you. They will get you. Well, guys, man, it's been 2 hours and 37 minutes.
Oh man.
Time flies when you're having a good time, man.
We were having fun.
So T and Sean, do you guys have YouTube channels?
Yeah, I got a YouTube and Facebook is Paranormal Musings podcast.
Okay, hang on. She's finna. This is my secretary.
Well,
yeah, you can find me on there.
We're subscribed to Sean and his wife's podcast.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
they
do podcasts.
What about T?
I've watched them before. I don't think I've ever seen T's. What was it?
We only got 7 episodes right now. We started in end of December or beginning of January, but
okay, what was the name of it again, T?
Paranormal Musings Podcast. Actually, tomorrow night I got a show with a guy. He says he's got a paranormal story that goes back at least 20 years. So
what time is your show?
Listen to him. What's that?
What time is your show?
Whenever we can do it. I don't do it live.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I put it out there. But Facebook is probably the best place to find me, because then you'll find all the people I follow and who follow me, and then you can meet some other folks who got some podcasts and teams and stuff like that.
Yeah, on Sunday nights we usually watch Eddie and Jen's blogs on they go live on Sunday nights. I think at 7.
I tried to do it like a designated night, and then just getting people on, like with their schedules. I was just like, all right, what day are you good? What time? And then we do it then. And like I got like 6 or 7 teams lined up. Most of them are from the UK. I got lined up, so get to hear their stories.
Right,
And then
we
I'm
just
doing
had,
one.
what was
I'm
her
gonna do
name?
one with and Sean, since I know you're in medical field, Jeremy Lefevre from Beyond the Badge Paranormal. They're a team up in Virginia.
Yeah, I know they are.
Yeah, so I talked to him. I had him on the show, but I talked to him, and I got a buddy in Savannah. He's a EMT out there, and we're gonna do one. We're trying to get one together where we just have first responders talking about the paranormal, because I haven't ran into too many of them either.
Yeah.
And when I ran into him, he real cool dude. He's all about dealing with the mental side of those professions.
Well, that's
And
the field I work in, is mental health.
yeah, he's big time on it, man. Like
Yeah.
he is all for it. It was nice having him on so he can get that out there for everybody. And they have a team. They're on YouTube. They have a channel where they investigate and stuff. And so trying to get that one out, and maybe have a little spinoff where we just get some people like that to come on and talk about their experiences, and also talk about, hey, how can we take care of ourselves and each other.
And hit me up after the show. You want to welcome Drina? I'm sorry. Mike, y'all can hop on our show as well too. Like, we're always open for teams or people to get on our show too.
Are you on Facebook, Sean?
Yeah, yeah, we're Hill City Paranormal on Facebook. My personal page is, I'll shoot it to you. I don't put my personal page public, but I'll shoot it to you. I'm a troll on Facebook on my personal page. I like making everybody mad on there. I'm a big kid. I work for myself, so I got nothing but time all day. So I get under everybody's skin all day and sit back and watch everybody argue in the comments.
So you're that guy, huh?
Like I said, I work for myself. So like when I'm not working, with my clients or whatever, that's what I do. I sit there and get into everybody's skin all day.
Right.
I just liked your page from my my personal page, Terry Harmon.
Yeah, and even on my podcast, I'm very direct. Drina will tell you, like, I put my opinion out there. Some people like it, some people don't. But when I'm interviewing people, I listen to what they say, and I don't argue or nothing like that. It's very open. Sometimes I say stuff people don't like, and
so Drina didn't tell me she was watching Another Man.
It's
a joke.
So my old lady's the lead investigator. She runs.
It was a joke. It was just a joke. Yeah.
I like to see paranormal couples.
But I seen you and your wife though.
Yeah,
because
you don't see it. You don't see it very often. So when you do see it, especially Black couples, whenever I see another Black individual in the paranormal, I'm like, look, we got some new people out there on TV sharing that stuff.
Speaking of the Ghost Brothers, when I met Dalen, I told him, I said, you ain't the only one, brother.
That's what we told him too.
I said you ain't the only one. I said, me and another black dude, we said we was doing it about 15 years ago, brother.
Way before you, right?
I said I was doing it longer than that.
Yeah. One of you guys had a team from out of Texas. I forgot that guy's name. I think it was you. I think it was you. I think it was Mike and Drea. How much? No, was it?
Well, I know it's Eddie and Jen.
They're in Texas.
What part of Texas?
He was on here. I don't know if he's still on here or not. I'm not sure what part of Texas.
Because I reached out, dude. I reached out to that older gentleman, Black guy, wore glasses, had a beard, always went to investigate with his family.
Yeah, that's him.
Eddie got a beard.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. He always invests. That's not.
I don't have no beard though.
A goatee anyway. But dude, I've been trying to reach out for that dude for years, man. And I've never returned my calls or anything.
Really? Well, I know he works a lot of hours, so.
What you do? I'm gonna tell you what you do. Tomorrow he's gonna be live on YouTube, so get on there and blast him out.
Oh,
let him know, man. I've been trying to get with you. Yeah, but yeah, he was just on here a little while ago, but I guess he got off.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right, guys. Any closing remarks for each one of you guys before I get you guys out of here?
Well, I would like to say that it was lovely meeting you guys, man. I look forward to really talking to you guys again, and thanks for the advice. Thanks for the advice. And Tony, once again, thanks for having us, man. I meant Terry. Thanks for having us. This is okay. I made a mistake, just like you say Drina's name wrong, so we even. Yeah, it's definitely. I love meeting people. I love collabing with people. So I look forward to really getting to meet you guys, man. And hey, never know what the future might bring, you know.
Exactly. Sure. All right, tell the world how to get a hold of you, Mike.
Oh, how to get a hold of me? Shoot, I'm on every social media. DJ Mike D. That's me, my personal page. That's also my DJ page. But as far as everything else, is Drina and Mike's Paranormal Adventures. That's pretty much it.
Okay, all right. So hey, thanks for coming on the show.
It happens.
Big Sean, tell the world how to get a hold of you, brother.
HCP Podcast or Hill City Ghost with a S, Hill City Ghostesses, or Hill City Paranormal on Facebook. We're not hard to find. Hit us up. Our podcast airs every Tuesday night at 8:00. Okay. I believe it's at 7 Central Time or whatever. We talk about any and everything paranormal, whatever your theories and thoughts are. You're more than welcome to tune in, put your 2 cents in. We love to talk about it. We talk a lot about paranormal theory. I enjoyed this tonight, Terry. Thanks for having me as a guest on here. Sure. I'm the low guy on the totem pole in here. Again, I love to learn. I learned a lot from you guys. I loved hearing y'all's thoughts and hearing your stories. You guys inspire me, and I love hearing everything that y'all said. Everybody had a lot of good stories and a lot of good theories. And again, it's a beautiful thing when we can all get together and unite and actually listen to each other and just hear each other out and have a good conversation. We need more camaraderie and more unification, especially in this field. We don't have enough of that in the world, and it's a beautiful thing. So I appreciate y'all having me on this panel. It's an honor to be here. And Terry, I appreciate you having me on here, brother. Thank you.
No problem at all. Big T, talk to me. How they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. My personal page is just Terry Harmon, or you can go to my page, Paranormal Musings Podcast. You reach me on there. Hey Terry, man, thanks again. Second time chilling with you on the podcast, and I got to get you on mine too. I got to get everybody on mine. Actually, I got to get all of y'all on there. But this has been great. Meeting some other folks that I don't really see out there. This has been great. I really enjoyed it, and I hope we can do it again. I'm always down. Get some more people in here. Hopefully some people watch this and be like, that's what's up. And these folks are doing it and I can do it too, and there's a good community out there. There's a lot of crazy in the community, but there's some of us who are good. And you can come out here and chat with us and have a good time like we had for man, almost 3 hours. We just shooting it.
Yeah, 3 hours. It started off fast right off the bat.
It's like, man, this was a good time, man. It's like
Started off fast right off the bat.
this is great, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this, and I I'm happy to meet all you folks. Adrena, Mike, I've watched your show.
Appreciate
I've
it.
watched your episodes, and it was when I saw your names, I was like, that's cool, man. So you guys are kind of celebrities to me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's pretty awesome. Sean, it was good to meet you, man. I just liked your page on Facebook and your YouTube page. That's y'all, right?
Yes, sir.
So
You two guys was talking like you knew each other.
Yeah,
I thought
I
you,
knew each
yeah. I thought you guys knew each other.
The energy. The energy.
Yeah.
how we do, man. It's like you roll up on somebody, be like, man, it must be my cousin.
Well, look, we both were in the military. Well, you still in the military. We were in the military. We clicked. I assume you're Army.
No, man. I'm 29 years Coast Guard, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, I was Army, and but we were both in the medical field. So I mean, we got a lot in common. You right on the border of Virginia. So I mean, it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
We're part of that.
And Mike, thanks for the support. By the way, I appreciate that. I didn't know you were followers of ours, so I didn't know that. So it was meant to be. This was all meant to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, hey,
Thank you, Terry. Thank you for doing this, brother.
Thank you guys.
This is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal. Hey guys, make sure if you're out there listening, make sure that you hit that like, share, subscribe, whatever social media outlet that you saw us on tonight. Make sure you hit those buttons. Hey, it's free. And it's only going to take you like 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, a couple of seconds to do so. So please feel free to go in and hit all these guys. Show them the love, man. That you guys been sharing all night on the comments. Hey, make sure that you guys go out there and hit the button for everybody. But with that said, I will not have a podcast no more until April. The reason why I did this podcast because it's something unique and it's something that I felt in my heart that I had to do. So if you guys do not see me, I will be back in April podcasting. Not as much as I used to because I used to do it Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. So I kind of got a little wore out.
Right.
If I wasn't podcasting, I was investigating. And once again, you kind of get a little wore out. You need a little bit more time to yourself. So, and that's something that I wasn't giving time to myself. So I'm doing that now. And I think that things are going to be okay with me physically and mentally. I'm still trying to get through the whole catheter thing, but it's going to take me some time.
I think you're scared of balloons now, huh?
Oh, I'm petrified of them. I'm petrified of them. But hey, guys, I am going to get these young people out of here because I know they got other things to do than sit up here and yap with me all night. Hey, guys, at the end of the show, I'm going to zoom back over to StreamYard, and I will be rolling out some reels from this show. So feel free to take whatever reel that you like and put it on your social media. Do whatever you guys want to do with it. And until then, hey man, I'll see you guys soon. This is Terry. Yep.
Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you all.
This is Terry with NSPS TV Paranormal.
Before you go, Terry, next time wear a hat, man. It's like I'm looking in the mirror when I look at you.
Hey, you ain't the only bald one.
Hey, all right, guys. But I didn't get that compliment tonight, Denzel.
That's right.
I can't help myself.
Yeah, girl.
Nice talking to you guys, man.
All right, hey, you guys have a good night now.
How y'all
See
too?
All right, y'all too.
Let's see here.